Trisha Paytas. Welcome to Call Her Daddy.
I'm so excited.
Daddy gang, we're going to be really honest with you right now. We were just recording for a solid 10 minutes. We were cruising down the freeway. We were thriving. And then we realized it wasn't recording.
And it was gold. Those 10 minutes were gold. And we can't recreate it. You're like, pretend we didn't do any of that. I'm like, I can't recreate that gold.
Everything was going amazing. So if you guys feel like we're a little on edge here and ready to end it all, it's because we are. Okay. I was saying to you, Trisha, yes. Congratulations. You just announced your second child.
Thank you.
Tell me how you're feeling again.
I feel very excited. From the beginning, I'm like, did we go through everything we just said?
Yeah.
Where did the names come from? I always loved Elvis and Malibu before the movies came out. From 10, I'm a middle child, older sister, brother, younger sister. You're the baby. No. Who are you closer with, brother or sister? You're like, I'm going to get in trouble, and that's when it cut.
You guys, we literally went through. Okay, no, we are doing it again. How are you feeling? Talk to me about all the food that you can eat because you're pregnant.
Oh, I just feel, that's what we were saying. It's like, see, now I forgot already. Mm-hmm. I just feel like usually I do eat what I want, but I feel guilty about it. Now I just eat what I want and don't feel guilty because, you're like growing a baby. So
you're growing a baby. You're allowed to just like shove food into your mouth and no one can get mad at you or judge you. It's like, fuck off, I'm pregnant, leave me alone.
And most of the time I don't care what other people think. It's usually what I think. So it's usually like, oh, no, I don't feel bad. Now I'm like, oh, I'm not judging myself. And I can sleep all that I want. Usually I got to be busy. I got to do. But now I just take naps and I don't even feel any guilt. I love
you're napping and you're eating.
Yeah, it's the best.
I'm so happy for you.
That's why I love being pregnant.
You said you want more than 2.
Well, we thought 2. I don't know. We don't have 2 yet. 1 is very difficult.
Right.
In my head, I'm thinking like 4, because we were talking about how 3 is like hard. So I was like, it's 2 or 4.
Okay. Yeah. I know I already asked you this, but just to set the scene for people, where did you grow up?
I split my time between Illinois and California. My dad was in California and my mom was in Illinois. So I went back and forth a lot. I quit school a lot to like be homeschooled and stuff. And then I'd go back into school. Like I was constantly doing that because I loved like the lifestyle here in California with my dad. But, my mom is what I used to. And, like, we lived in a town of, like, 1,000 people back in Illinois. So it was, like, 2 extremes.
Oh, wow. Wait, were you closer with your mom or your dad?
I mean, definitely my mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, my dad I saw, like, the summers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my dad, I think in that, though, I thought my dad was so cool because he was, like, in California. And I was like, even though, like, obviously he was the worster of the parents, my mom literally raised us. So I always felt bad saying, like, my dad was the best.
I feel like that happens so much when you come from divorced parents. The one that's like the cooler one is actually just the one that never had to like instill any boundaries or like tell you like you're grounded because you did this.
Yeah.
Or like just was not the one parenting as much.
Oh yeah.
And then you grow up and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Dad, maybe not as fabulous as mom, putting in all the work.
My mom worked 4 jobs, bus driver, bartender, all this stuff like that. And I'm like, I love my dad more. It was like so weird. But yeah, especially at the wedding. We had a wedding and like my dad walks us down the aisle and gives the speech and my moms don't get anything at the wedding and they do all the work. I kind of felt bad.
That's such a good point.
Yeah. And my mom still helps us out. She's like watching our daughter right now.
Can you kind of paint the picture though, like before high school, just like of your childhood? I feel like obviously so much of like who we are is from our childhood. And I know you just mentioned like your mom was working 4 jobs. Like, can you kind of just paint the picture growing up in Illinois with your mom?
We lived in like these farm towns and they were less than 1,000 people. We kind of moved around a little bit because I don't know, I just never liked school. And it was just small. It was just a small town. It was a farm town. So everyone, and my mom like was from there. So it was just like farm town. My grandparents were on a farm. And there's just not much to it, to be honest. It's really just, it was so boring. And I hated it. I haven't been back since. And I think I left at 17 and I have not been back since.
Oh my God. Do you think if you landed in Illinois, like, would you get triggered?
Yeah, for sure. Even just going to Chicago, which is like 2 hours from where I live, I'm like, not Illinois.
No. I kind of relate to that though. And I think a lot of people, especially during the holidays, like I've seen people always say like, it's triggering to go back to your hometown because 1, I think we like repress so many memories. And 2, it's just like, it just reminds us of a version of ourselves that like, if you were cool in middle school and high school, like kudos to you. But like, I wasn't.
I was like, not really either. I wasn't like bullied really. I mean, a little tiny bit like everybody, but I wasn't cool either. So I just neutral, just everywhere.
Just kind of neutral. What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Famous.
Famous.
I just wanted to be famous. And this was before like reality TV. So I was like, I need to be a singer or an actress.
Stop.
But I can't do either of them. But I came out to do it because that's all you got famous back then.
So when you're sitting in Illinois, are you like, or were there any like TV shows or magazines or anything that you were watching or like people you were like, I want to be like that person?
I mean like Britney Spears, obviously. Of course.
Did you tell people in your town you wanted to be famous?
Yeah, I was voted most likely to be famous in one, and I think 2 of my yearbooks. I was most likely to be famous. Yeah, just because I just liked attention. And like I said, I don't know. I feel like I always stood out. I feel like you just kind of know if you have like a little it factor. So I knew I had something, but I was like, it wasn't talent. So I was like, how do I parlay this?
Going back to high school, like, did you have a lot of girlfriends? Like,
No. I wouldn't say it picked me, but I definitely was like, girls are drama. I used to be the girl that like did not like girls because of that reason. Because I was just intimidated. I just thought, oh, no guy's gonna look at me if I'm in a room of girls. I just was not a girl's girl. Like, it took me a while. Now I'm only a girl's girl and like can't stand like men. But it took me a while. I definitely was insecure. Never wanted to be around girls. You know what I mean? I think I was always a girl hater, especially just like I just never felt good enough. I never felt skinny enough, pretty enough. I never had boyfriends until I was like 30. So. Yeah.
No, I think that's relatable though, of like especially when we're younger, like we're constantly comparing ourselves in rooms, because at that age, it's also like what guy likes what girl. And if you're not getting picked, then you feel like a loser and you feel like, fuck, like I wish I looked like them. And then it's just this comparing game that you can never win.
Definitely.
So it's hard to, like, I had that a lot where my best friend was like the gorgeous one. And I was always like, I love you so much, but like, fuck me.
Yeah, don't be around me.
Right. Like, can you move a little to the fucking right? Because you look too good in parties.
Definitely.
And I'd be like, I'm literally never going to get chosen if you are sitting next to me.
Yeah, that's
and
how
it's
I
hard
felt.
with girls. But it's like now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, it wasn't actually about us competing with each other. It was about the men that we were trying to like appease their standards, and it had nothing to do with the girls like liking each other or not. It was all based off of if guys liked us.
Of course, with everything, with acting, with anything, it's just like, it's just what they approved of, what they liked, and it had nothing to do with you. So I know. So I wish I would have found my own lane earlier, because I do love pretty girls. I'm like, I actually like am obsessed with pretty girls. I just like was just too scared to be around them.
No, it is intimidating. Like I agree. Like you, and also it's hard to not be envious of like, I wish I had what you have, and like I wish I was you. But at the end of the day, once you get to know those people, a lot of times they've got their own shit.
Oh, for sure.
They're not perfect either.
Oh, no, for sure. I was always envious of you. I was very envious of you. I remember like when I think it was like 2019, 2018, you girls were on Impulsive. And I remember being like, and I didn't know anything about podcasts. I didn't know how people got podcasts. And I remember just being so jealous. I was like, wow, they have a job where they're just like talking about sex. I was like, I could do that. That could be me. And I was like, how do they get this? And you girls were so much younger. So I was like so jealous. And then obviously when you got your Spotify deal, I was just like, oh my God. I was that person who was so jealous. So.
Dude, it's so funny, Trisha, because I remember just like watching you on YouTube so often.
Really?
And I would be so jealous of you because before I started my career, I'm like, I wish I had Trisha's platform. I wish I could like sit on YouTube and like do what she does.
That's crazy, because I was like alone and crying all the time. Like, I wish I could be that person.
Dude, that is so crazy that we're both like, oh, I was jealous of you.
Oh, for sure. I definitely was just like, I don't get Call Her Daddy. I definitely was. So when I did this, I was like, all I know is that clip is going to be resurfacing. So let me just go ahead and say it.
It's so funny because I had one of my really good friends now. She went on a podcast at one point and was like, I don't get the Call Her Daddy girl shtick. It's so fucking dumb. Why are they acting like that? They're like acting like little whores. Like I'm the first person, and I think that we can talk about that too with your career of like, by having a career on the internet, you just say so much stuff. And half of the time in the beginning days, I felt like I also said stuff that I regret. And I remember in those OG days back in the day with my old co-host, like when we started to get desperate for views, we would like say stuff about celebrities. And I'm so deeply embarrassed that we said those things. But I know it wasn't coming from a place of like actually being like mean girls. It was, I know from my POV, it was genuinely just like, how do we stir shit up?
Yeah.
And you can teeter this line that's so unhealthy, and you just become like, how do we get more? How do we get more?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why did I say that? So if that clip resurfaces, I wouldn't give a fuck.
I was like,
I literally wouldn't, Trisha, because first of all, you didn't know me.
Yeah.
You had never met me.
I was just jealous, 100%. Because honestly, as soon as they called for this, like literally, like my management from Canada flew in. They're like, I'm like, yes, this is the biggest thing. You know what I mean? So I think, but I really try in the past, especially since being 30, I really try now to really just not hate on girls. Even if like everyone's hating on them, I really try to find, like even with Jada Pinkett, I'm like, I try to find like the good side of this. I'm like, she dealt through a lot. Now she can. So I try to keep it positive with every girl,
I agree. You're right. I think what we can both understand is like being in the media, a lot of times when we do the stupidest shit is when we're hurting the most. And so trying to find like any type of empathy for anyone when you see someone like acting out, it's like, well, what the hell are they going through?
There's still people that like I can like, oh, I just can't find the silver lining. But I scroll past. But now I don't like to say anything. I'm like, let me just, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So I feel like I've matured a lot and like I don't really like hate on girls. But if there is a girl that annoys you, and there is, like I just annoy some people, just, you know, I just keep it going. Like, it just makes you look bad. Like I just look so bad. Like you said, I just look so bad talking like so much crap about people. But I really can tell you, like it came always from a place of like jealousy. Always. Like I used to talk about like the D'Amelios when they were like 18 and 16. And I was just like, I was so jealous that I wasn't me. But I was like 30 years old being like, oh my God, you're spitting out a snail. How ungrateful. Like, you know, they're 18.
No, but I also think that comes from a place too of like people on the internet then probably like writing to you being like saying mean things about like, oh, I get it now, like relevancy or like age as a woman. And it's like, as a woman, if you're past the age of 21, you're like old as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And you're outdated. And so naturally that's going to cause resentment of us feeling like when you see younger girls, but really we shouldn't be mad at younger girls. We should be mad at society.
Of course.
And mainly men being the ones that tell us like after a certain age, you're not valued anymore.
It's 1,000% true.
Like,
right.
Fuck off.
Right, exactly.
Fuck you.
I love it. No, it's true. It is true.
I want to talk about you going to LA. So you graduate high school, and I remember reading like the day after you moved to LA.
Yeah, like literally the day of. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was your plan and what was your job when you got to LA?
Well, I initially moved with my dad.
Okay.
So that was the first thing. I like lasted about, he wanted me to go to college. So I went to like 2 weeks of like community college. It did not work out because I never had a math class in my life in high school. So I took like a pre-algebra and I like had no idea what was going on. So I was like, I drop out. And so, yeah, I got on a TV show right away though. I got on a show called The Greg Barrett Show. It was like filmed at Culver Studios. It was like a syndication show. It was like a talk show. And so I did like 10 episodes of that. I was in SAG after. So I was getting like, you know, $1,700 an episode, which was like so much. It was great. And then I got another show with Stan Lee called Who Wants to Be a Superhero. It was on Sci-Fi. So I was like crushing it. That was like 18 and then like 19 hit. And then I kind of like, I had no money, nothing. And then that's when I did the whole stripping, escorting. Well, I wouldn't even say escort. I was like a hooker on the street, but I like to say escorting. It sounds like fancier.
Trisha, slow down.
Yeah.
Hold on. Trisha's like, I can go. I love how fast you can talk. You're like, I can go through my entire life story. And like,
literally.
No, I'm like, Trisha, we need to like get an hour.
I'm like,
in
we're at
here.
18 and I'm like, we got to get to 35.
Okay, first of all, I'm dying at your math comment because I was so fucking bad at math. Shout out to Oscar. He was this kid in my math class that I would sit next to Oscar and I would pretend I'm writing my whole math class, doing nothing. Then when Oscar was done he would hand me his test and I would hand him my test and he would take my test for me and he would like even like change like his writing to be more girly.
Wait, what?
And then Oscar would hand me back my test and I would go hand it in and I'm like, Oscar, I knew he was like going to Harvard or something and I was just like not meant for math. And I just knew like there's going to be a phone for a reason that has a calculator.
Yeah.
I don't need to know like the square root of things.
You manifested it or you knew? There was already cell phones back then. We didn't have cell phones in high school, so I don't know.
We did have cell phones,
okay.
But you know,
I just like manifested this is going to happen one day. I was like, wow, you made the iPhone happen.
Honestly, I absolutely will take credit for that. I'm dead. Yes, I absolutely made the iPhone happen for sure, 100%. And then I was like, I just knew I didn't need math in my fucking life because I knew I wanted to be in entertainment. Did you ever cheat in school?
No, I've never had friends. So like my friends were literally, like I said, I was just like hitting up like celebrities, just trying to be like, hey, but I've never had friends in school, never had friends now. I'm just not a friend person. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm really trying now with my daughter. I really am like trying to be as social as possible. Like we're going to birthday parties for her because I just don't want her to grow up like that with like no friend. I don't really mind. It doesn't make me sad because I don't know any different.
Yeah.
And also I'm just like not a great friend because I'm not someone to like hang out with all the time. I've just never been that person. So, but I'm trying now for my daughter. Like we got to make her friends, make sure she's social and yeah.
Okay, let's talk about you saying so casually when you're talking dispatch. You're like, okay, and then I went into
I know
stripping
you
and then
talk
I was
fast though too. I love it.
We can
it's like,
talk so
you
fast.
said you have an hour, so I was like, let's get it in an hour. Our podcast goes like 3.5 hours, so I'm like, I got to get it all in.
I was more saying, Trisha, we need to at least get to an hour. You're going to talk about your whole life story in 30 seconds. You're like, okay, so then I went this thing.
I know.
Okay, so you got finally after like you were in LA for a second, you were having some success, and then you just casually were like, and then I became a stripper and an escort, but not really. What happened?
Yeah. So I just had like no money. I was just like running out of money. My mom like was helping me as much as she could, and then she kind of ran out of money. I like maxed out her cards and stuff. So we all ran out of money. She had a husband at the time, so she was like living with him and she was like fine. But my dad was not in the picture at all. Like he hated that I moved out, like cut me off completely. So I had like no help, no money. And so I didn't know what to do. I wasn't educated. Like, I didn't have a college degree. So I had no idea. I tried to do like the regular jobs, like making smoothies and stuff, but that was just like, not for me either. And I just, loved the stripper life as like in movies. Like I loved it. I thought it was like so glamorous. So I was like, this is going to be for me. But like my stripper life was not glamorous. I was like literally at like Canoga Park, like Van Nuys, like Godfathers. It was like super sketchy. I wanted to be at Spearmint Rhino, but that was like the bougie pretty girls with the fake boobs already. I was in like, I don't know. If you know Godfathers, it's just like sketchy. So yeah, I had a stripper life. And then I just, I think casually then you just start, because like Hans Sepulveda there is like a bunch of hookers, like so I just casually started like going on the street because you just get more money that way. Don't split it with the club and stuff like that. But I was kind of like out of my mind there. I don't consider myself like an addict, but I definitely was like, using a lot back then.
Okay. Can I ask what you were using?
Back then it was just like I did a lot of coke. I did a lot of like I didn't do meth until like 2019, but I did do stuff that I didn't know. Maybe it was like the ones where you snort with like rocks. I don't know if that's meth. I don't know what it was, but I was like snorting rocks. Yeah. I literally didn't know what any of the drugs were. I just know I did a lot of, just everything was snorting.
Okay.
And one was like really rocks. Like it was just like hurt my nose all the time like that. And so I was just I was just doing a lot of that stuff. I was just like out of my mind, honestly, whatever people gave me. And at 18 and 19, you're just kind of like, don't care. I didn't care. I was like, I don't really care where my life goes.
When you said your dad cut you off, like what happened?
Oh, just because like I didn't want to do school, and he's just like, I'm not gonna support you, and yeah, I mean,
you were on your own.
Yeah, so I was like, okay.
Were you scared at all whenever you were stripping? Like, were there any moments where you like got into situations where you're like, I am like a little scared?
Oh yeah, I feel like all of it, like going home with guys all the time. Like yeah, it's crazy that like I'm alive. It all scared me. I guess at the time you just didn't get scared because you don't think about it, right?
No, I get that. I think it's like when you almost like can get into something that you just kind of fall into, and then you can almost just like keep going down that rabbit hole, and you almost don't know when like to stop or when to like check yourself. Because again, you're right, at that age, like if you don't have someone like that's a parent being like, stop it, you kind of can just start to go wild and like not know like what is bad, what is good. And I'm finding myself and I'm figuring myself out. And if you didn't have friends, like you kind of had no one probably to compare yourself to. My friends aren't doing this. Had you ever done drugs before you went to LA?
No. I was super good. I never drank. Like I wasn't having like sex in high school or something like that because I never was that person. Yeah. I don't know. So maybe I just thought like LA, be wild. You know what I mean? I thought, and again, I think being insecure, I just was like, you thought like having sex meant like, oh, you're so attractive, like everybody wants you, right, and you get paid for it. Like that's actually insane to me. I was like, oh my gosh, like people are gonna pay me to have sex with them? That's wild.
You're right though. I can see what you're saying of like going from like being in a position where you're like, oh, like I wanted to be liked by these men, and then to get this profession where like they all love you and they're all paying attention to you. But then I can imagine like the drugs probably made you get into situations. Like could you share any stories of just like situations you got into that you woke up and you're like, why did this happen?
Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, a lot of them that I like blacked out. I mean, really just, I mean, I've been kidnapped a bunch of times where it's just like you wake up in like a truck and the truck's moving and stuff like that. Yeah.
Trisha?
Yeah.
Pause. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I got kidnapped. Well, I guess, I don't know if it's kidnapping if you're over 18, but I was 19. So.
I think Trisha.
I've been abducted, I guess.
It's kidnapping, no matter if you're 45
Wait,
or
really?
50. Yes.
I could be kidnapped at 35.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Can you walk me?
But it's like, it's in the sense where it's like, I don't know where I'm at. Like I go with somebody and all of a sudden you wake up, you're like, oh, in someone's truck and stuff like that.
At one point in your life, you woke up in the back of a truck.
I mean, multiple times. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. There's like, and back then, again, you don't think in that way. You're like, well, I went with this person willingly. So yeah, you just don't think about stuff like that.
When you would wake up in the back of those trucks, like what did you do?
You kind of just don't do anything. Well, you're like coming off a drug. So you kind of just like let things happen. You're just like, oh, and then they like let you off or something like that. So you kind of just, and you don't, again, I didn't think of it like anything. I hear people talk about their stories, and for me, it just like, I say it casually because to me, it almost seems casual. Like it almost seems like, oh, well, that's what I was doing, I guess. Even if I didn't want it, or like someone like, brought me with them. Like it's kind of a, I don't know. And I'm like, well, this is the life I chose, which is like such a weird way to think. And of course, anybody else in this situation, I'd be like, oh my God, that's so awful. Right. for me, I just thought, well, this is what I chose. But
I think also there's a level of like at some point you kind of have to just like disconnect from it, because a lot of that, like for any woman listening, like that is, I'm sitting here being like, sorry, you woke up in the back of the truck, like that's so scary.
Yeah.
I do think obviously when you're on drugs though, everything can become way less intimidating because your senses are like not heightened whatsoever. You're just like kind of in a sedated state.
Yeah.
So like you don't have the ability to like make maybe the decisions you would make when you're sober.
Oh, for sure.
But when you look back at yourself in those situations,
Yeah.
like how do you feel?
It's almost like I just don't even know that
yeah.
life. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like my high school life. I don't know that life. I don't know. Like there's so many stages I look back on and I'm like, oh, I don't even like recognize. Like I remember it. But some of it I don't even like recognize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was just such a different person. And it almost seems like I'm telling a story. You know what I mean? Like it almost doesn't seem like my life. It's almost
Right.
like this is a story about this girl. But like it like, you know, and it took me a while. I didn't go to therapy for like a really long time. And even in therapy now, I like don't talk about it because it's just like, it's not trauma to me. You know, stuff that happened to me as a kid too. I'm just like, oh, it's not trauma. Even though like it is.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I don't like, it's like, it's not something I'm like uncomfortable talking about. But with like therapy, I like don't get deep into it because I'm like, it's fine. And they're like, no, it's not. But I'm like, to me, it's fine. Like, you know, I don't think it affected me, but they're saying it does. And it probably did because I mean, I was messed up for a long time. So.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the time it's like the body keeps things in, but like if you've done such a good job of essentially like dissociating from it,
Yeah.
like I get what you're saying. Like you're telling the story, but you don't personally feel that affected by it right now because you have survived through it and you're like, I don't really like connect to that person anymore. Which I think is how a lot of people survive. And I think there's also like a stigma where people, which I completely understand when people would look at you being like, well, you have to figure it out and you have to solve it. I think that there's a lot of people that don't want to go and relive some things. And I think that's okay. Obviously, if it's like significantly affecting your life to this day where like you're having like, whether you're feeling like if you're having sex, you're getting triggered or you're having PTSD or flashbacks, like that's usually when to like open it back up. But like
definitely,
I think everyone has to figure it out on their own time.
Yeah, I definitely had that. I've definitely had that where I had to like talk to someone because it was like if someone like touched me, like I was, you know, it's like just dealing with all that stuff. So I've definitely dealt with that for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious, like going through that with men and like being in positions where obviously I'm sure like you've kind of alluded like there's taking advantage moments. Like how did you kind of like rebuild your relationship to men?
I think I just like always hated men and I feel like I'm still kind of there, especially like giving birth. I've just had like such bad experiences with men, like not understanding postpartum, like just so I just all my life is just like any type of men. I've just like, I don't know. I feel like I wanted their like validation and they were all awful. So I feel like I have still such a strong hatred. I think if there's anything to fix, it's like maybe my hatred towards men. Yeah. And like, it's not even just like me being this feminist, men suck, you know, it's just like, I really dislike them. And when I like have to talk to a straight, like this year, I really made a conscious effort to do only female podcasts. Like I'm like, don't want to talk to like men. Like, I don't know what it is. And it's like, that's obviously not right either. You want to like be equal and like, you know, not hate men. But.
Yeah. No, but I get what you're saying. I think like when you've been like fucked over or wronged by men, or even just as simple as like they don't understand women, and there are some men that when you're actually looking at them in the eyes, you're like, oh, you don't get what I'm talking about. You don't get what I'm like even trying to say to you, and that can be so infuriating, and it's not worth our time sometimes. Like it's not our job to educate men on why we should be treated equally to them or why we should like have respect. If you're talking, so there are some men that are great, like your husband seems great, but like overall I get what you're saying of like the trauma of having men fail you so many times in your life. Why would you like them?
Yeah. And that's how I feel. And you're right. There are like, my husband's like amazing. And I have like a friend that has like an amazing husband too. And it's like, there are some good ones. But then you hear on TikTok so many horror stories of men that don't want to change diapers, or they don't want to like plan the wedding, or they like just constantly like that to me is like so, and I hear it all the time. I'm like, God, that's so like triggering. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Just the way they treat women, it just makes me so upset. I don't know,
it's so fucked up. And then to see like how many men then want to have like a say on what women do with their bodies.
Oh, well, that's a whole other
girl,
that's what I'm saying with like postpartum or hormones, when you're pregnant, all this stuff, you know, all the abortion stuff, and so it's just like it's infuriating that like men have a say, period. And I just feel like men should not have a say ever about anything. Like just don't say anything. Like giving birth, after I gave birth, I had so many guys online like criticize me for taking fentanyl, for having a C-section, because I was, you know, I had an addiction to like drugs at one point, and like, oh well, she said she never took drugs, but she took fentanyl for a C-section. I'm like, they make you because they're cutting you open. Like I don't get the choice not to, really. So Yeah, and so I think all of that really made me hate men even more, and straight and gay, because you know what I mean? Like, they both kind of don't get sometimes. So I was like, ugh. So even I had like a hairdresser. I had all this. Now it's like, okay, now I'm letting gay men back into my life more. But like the straight men is still hard for me. You know what I mean? And it's one thing. And I think because I'm married now, I don't even really need them as I used to think I needed them in the past with like dating and stuff.
When you're in the dating world, like, I'm sorry, but like, I get it. Women are always going to try to like look cute for the date and look this way and talk this way. Like, there are little things we always do because we still live in a man's world. So it's like, we have to be delicate with how we unravel it. But once you're in a healthy, safe relationship, it's kind of nice, you're right, to be like, I now don't need men. And if I'm going to interact with men, it's going to be on my terms.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best feeling.
I
It's
love
just
it.
so great. And I'm like, I don't care if I'm skinny enough. I don't care if there's a prettier girl in the room to me. Like, none of it matters, you know? So it's just like, it's so freeing. It's so wonderful. Like you said, if you're in a good relationship. The wrong relationship will make you feel the opposite.
That's almost worse than being in the dating game.
Yeah. That's awful. You're like, yeah.
And I'm sure,
spiraling.
like, I'm sure so many women, including ourselves sitting here, have been in those type of relationships where you're like, I am a shell of a human. I was better off when I was dating a bunch of assholes, but going on dates rather than being with one guy that has your claws in you, that's so like manipulative and like emotionally or physically abusive, whatever it is. Like,
the worst, calling you crazy, judging what you eat, counting how many nuggets you eat. It's like that to me. And I thought I was like so in love. And then you look back and you're just like, oh my God, this person like hated me. But I was trying so hard, everything I could. And I'm like, and it's happened. Yeah, it's happened. I've only been in like 2 relationships. So it's like both my relationships were horrible.
you had a man that would count how many chicken nuggets you would eat. What the
on camera.
No.
Yeah. It's like still out there. It's like compilations of all the time. Yeah. It's like that to me is the most traumatic thing of my life. I've been kidnapped probably over 40 times, but that was the most traumatizing. Thinking about it, I like disassociate right now. I'm like, oh no. I like get scared. I don't know. It's like such a weird thing.
You're like, leave me the fuck alone. Let me eat my nuggets in peace, you piece of shit.
It was it's like so it's actually like traumatizing when I think back. I'm like, oh my God. And to this day, I literally had to cry the other night. Like, we were eating pasta, like something triggered me from like that relationship, and I was just like, and it's so weird. Like, I'm so like, I never think about it, whatever. But there's like this, like, I was eating this pasta and I was like, oh my God, I just started like crying. And I was just like, I feel like a disgusting person for eating this. And my husband is like so great. He's just like, pasta's like the most like popular food. It's in every country. Like, what? Like, it's totally normal for you to eat this.
Right. It's like wipe your tears and eat your pasta,
Yeah,
Trisha.
yeah.
Okay. I read a study that like pasta makes you happier.
Yes. I repost that on my Instagram all
Me
the time.
too.
I always see it. Yeah. I was like, repost.
I'm like, absolutely happier. Let's go. Pasta every night.
I eat pasta every night. Usually I don't care. And then like, I don't know.
There are days.
Started a spiral for some
I
reason.
totally get it. When you were talking about your time in LA and like struggling with drugs, did you ever have like a rock bottom moment where you're like, I've got to.
God, so many. That was rock bottom moment in like when I was 19 that happened. Like, I lived next to, his name was Christopher Dennis. He was the Hollywood Superman. There's a documentary made about him, and he recently passed. It was so sad. But he found me just completely like in piss and shit, all this stuff, because my apartment didn't even have a doorknob. It was on Yucca and Highland. There was like no doorknob. I think it's still there. It's like behind a liquor store now. And he like found me, and like my dad and I hadn't talked for like 2.5 years at this point. And I don't know if he called him, whatever, but my dad like showed up, took me to like Riverside Hospital. I was in there for like 3 weeks in like 2007, 2008. And yeah, and then I kind of got a little better. Then my dad was trying to get me back to go to college, did that for like 6 months, and then I moved back out again. My mom came out. So, but that was a rock bottom. And then 2019 was my rock bottom. 2019 was the meth. I was in 3 mental hospitals. That's when I was like really hardcore into meth. There was 2 guys that I dated, who both have since passed from overdoses. And I was just wild. I think I slept with probably like 200 guys that 1 year, 3 mental hospitals, like just really beside myself. The internet, oh my God, everybody was making like hate videos about me. Like PewDiePie made a hate video. I was just like, oh my God, like what did I even do? So it was like my rock bottom. Wow. And which is ironically, I was the skinniest. So sometimes it's like, I want to be skinny. And then I was like, ooh, maybe not. That 2019 was rough.
Trisha. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow.
But that was documented, that 2019. That was a rough year for me.
Because you were on YouTube at that point.
Yeah. I was making like a lot of videos. There's a lot of deleted videos with the people I was with. Yeah, it just was really like crazy. Yeah.
Let's talk about your OG YouTube days, because yes, there were some videos put out that like people considered controversial, and people like tried to bring your old YouTube videos back to this day. Like, you got involved in like, I feel like a good bit of drama back then. Like, when you look back at the OG YouTube days, How do you feel about them? And how would you even describe them?
It's like so many eras of YouTube too. Like the OG ones were just like so great. It was like before you could make money on YouTube, it was just like fun. And then you start making money, and then it's like, where do you find your niche? Like I said, I never felt like I had like talent. So I was like, what can I do? Oh, I can like piss people off. I can do this. So I definitely went like the trolling route because it was like the most money I ever made without having to like strip or hook. And I was just like, this is it, you know? So yeah, I definitely had a lot of like problematic videos and just stuff that like I didn't necessarily even think. I think if I was like me, I could like hold stronger to like, oh, I was just like young or whatever. But it was just like stuff I'd hear other people say that were like, and I would just like repeat it. I just wanted to be shocking and you know, and I totally own up to it. And I look back at my videos and I'm like, well, you know, some of them are pretty bad, but I try to give myself grace and forgiveness with that because I used to be really hard on myself. I'm like, I know I suck, I'm problematic, and to this day, like I don't get sponsors on my podcast. Like shout out to our Patreon, like our Patreons do it and stuff. So it's, you know, it's great. But yeah, I definitely forever have like this like mark on me on the internet of like kind of like, she's a little controversial, or you know, you just people don't want you like around. But you know, it's fine. Like again, my word of wise to people when I see people trolling now on the internet is like, just maybe don't, because it'll like follow you forever. People will think of you as that forever. And rightfully so. Like, you know, like those clips will always be out there and people either see the change and the growth or they don't. And I think either one you just have to like live with, you know.
But I do think it's helpful that you're like explaining your backstory. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it today, because it's like, for sure, I bet I'll get comments being like, why the fuck are you having Trisha Paytas on? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I totally understand that. I also, though, think it's important. Like the fact that you just said, like, I could make more money doing this than stripping and hooking. It's like, okay, like it's good to know someone's backstory. And I think when you're saying those type of things, usually the people that are saying those things, you're not in a great place.
Never. Oh my gosh. Right? Oh, back then I didn't care about me. I didn't think anything of the future. I was just like, I need to make money now. I'm just going to piss people off. I don't care. I don't have friends for a reason. Right. Never thinking like it would be a full career or anything, you know?
That's what I also think sometimes, like, people feel like they're lucky because they can make their fake accounts, but like, God forbid one day all of your fake account comments and trolling and you like telling people to go kill themselves or whatever. Like there are people on the internet that are so ruthless, but they don't have the balls to do it publicly and have their own name on it. If that, God forbid, you walked into work one day and all of your comments were placed on your own desk, would you be fired or not? And I think it, like, if you look inward, all of those people are not in a good place. And clearly you weren't either. Yeah. And you've kind of had this like redemption arc, but like when you look back, do you think you were addicted to the drama once you started to see the money?
Oh yeah. I mean, for so long, like a good like 10, 12 years, I was so addicted. I was just so miserable. So like any attention was good attention. Money was just money. You know what I mean? So it just, it is crazy, but I did reap the karmatic, you know, effects of it all. So it does, like you said, even the trolls. I think it's so real. I think karma is so real, and like I've reaped all of that 10 times over, I'm sure, and still do to this day. We get a sponsor, and like everyone harasses them. Like, don't. So we lose at this point. I'm like, don't even give us sponsorships because I just know that. So it's fine. Luckily, I have my ways to make money, but. Yeah, you reap it for a long time. So
totally. Why do you think though second chances are so important?
Because I think people do like change. I think majority of humans evolve as human beings, especially when you get older, when you find happiness, when you find love. Like, I mean, people do change, and I think like that's the whole point of humanity, right? Is like the evolution of it all. Like, I think our society shows that, like, you know, from like us in like the 60s, you know, with like segregation stuff, you know, I think it's like just shown like obviously people are change. Yeah. So I think that's important. Otherwise you never can grow and never can like, you know, but yeah, I've had second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth changes. So I'm appreciative of all of them. Yeah. Some people don't deserve them. Some people don't want to give them to you, but I do think it's important to like try to see people changing. Yeah. I really think people do and can.
I agree. I think also it's really difficult on the internet when you have a persona that I even feel it sometimes. Like I feel like sometimes I've met people and they're like, oh my gosh, like I thought you were going to be such a bitch. You're going to be this. And I'm like, oh, like, I mean, I don't know. You can be honest, like what you thought of before you met me.
Yeah, because you just hear all the stuff, right? You hear all the drama. And so you're just like, wow, she's ruthless. She's this. And you know, not to say I don't judge, because obviously I know how people take things. But you hear those things, or just how, I don't know, you think someone's just going to be arrogant or whatever because you have all this like money and you're sketty and you're pretty. So you're like, well, you just know. You know, I think you have the assumptions. Again, at this age, I don't. I'm just like, and I was surprised the energy you have is just so different than like people would think. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate you saying that, because I think that's the point, is like we see people online and most of the time we never get to meet these people in person. So like there's a image online that people will like assume of you, and it's really fucking hard to break away from that. And so obviously like I know the way that I got through it was like, I know the truth and I know what happened, and I know I feel like I can go to sleep and I'm a good person and I have good people around me, and like, and if I'm good with my life off the internet, I think then I did become a better version of myself on the internet, because it's like when all you are looking for is validation from the internet, which it seems like at one point that was, you didn't have friends, you were really in a dark place, like you're gonna just say some crazy fucking shit and you don't give a fuck. Yeah. But I do think second chances, you're right, are important, because like I'm so proud of the growth that I've had, and I know you feel the same way about yourself, of like, of course we've changed, and of course now like when you have things you care about, everything is put in perspective.
Oh my God, so different. Right? Now it's like, oh, I don't want to embarrass my husband, I don't want to embarrass my daughter. You know, you're like, so it changes everything about you. That's what I knew, like I had to change all of it, and it just. And I really do feel it. And I'm like, people can see it or they don't see it, I don't care, because I feel better. But it does feel, especially right now, that people have like seen it. And it's not me saying I've changed this. You know, it just took time. You know, I think with anything, like just public feuds, anything, you know, people always, you know, there's always sides that people pick without knowing the full truth. And it's just like getting through that. And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day what people think, you know, about it. It's like some people are going to think I'm this person, something, whatever.
It's okay. Yeah. Right. As long as you know who you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to play a little game.
I love your giant cards.
Oh my God. Huge.
I love them.
Huge. And there's like tiny little writing. I'm like, okay, let's play a game.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a topic and I want to hear your opinion on it. Reusing nudes.
Oh, yeah, I do it all the time. My OF is still that. It's just old nudes from 2020, and new people come in, I sell them.
Oh, slay.
Or just like sending them too. But don't you can tell now? I feel like you can tell by the dates now. People say, I don't know. Did you send nudes? Were you someone who sent nudes?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, loved
And you've never posted nudes online?
I've never posted nudes online. I just was such a nude girl. Like I remember I dated this guy that was obsessed with nudes to the point where it was like very unhealthy. And he was like literally
like every day you're sending him them?
I would be at work, Trisha, and this man would be like, come on, like, can I get a pic? And like I was in such a bad relationship with him that like I knew that like if I didn't, like, is another girl gonna send him a nude? So I would feel so insecure. So there I was at work with like my like pencil skirt on, and I'd like mosey my way over to the bathroom.
Oh, you took him fresh. I thought you'd have like a library.
No. Trust me. Wow. And oh my God, like I would absolutely edit them. I would like go back. I know, literally, I would slay. I would be at work on the clock getting paid. I would go take it in like the handicap bathroom. Sorry.
Oh my
like,
God.
It was fine.
Bigger.
And like I needed my privacy.
Yeah.
God forbid someone walks in the stalls and I'm like getting that ass shot.
Well, I'm
like,
sure if there was a handicap person walking, you'd give them the stall.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And so I would get out and I would go back to my desk and I would like look around, and I would always had a girl behind me, and whenever she would go to lunch, I would pull up my nude, I would go on PicMonkey, and I would start like rearranging, like make the ass fatter, like everything, and then I would like send it off to him and be like, here you go, and he'd be like, so hot, so fire. And then I would save those though, and then obviously like if I was talking to another guy that day, I'd be like, here you go.
Oh my gosh.
So, like, I loved a good nude. I thought that it almost became like an art form at one point,
right?
You know, like you really get those angles, you learn how to like make it look good. Like I loved a good nude. Like it was fun. And then oh my God, like I've definitely sent like some videos and like all that stuff, but I never made money off of it. No,
never. Would it ever get out? No one ever posted on it with you?
No, because I think like I know the amount of people that I've sent it to. Like I know those specific guys.
Okay.
And if they ever did, like I think they know I would try to sue them. So I think they're like too scared.
Especially now, I feel like they would put you out there because you're you.
Right. But I'm like, yeah, but like try me. Let's go to court, motherfucker. But God forbid, like I ever feel like I got to pull out. I'm gonna bring out I have literally an old nude like catalog like album.
Me too.
You know, you've got that MacBook that you've got it on, and you're like, ooh, which one should I use today?
Your retirement plan.
I should change the album name from Old Nudes to Retirement Plan.
I mean, it's kind of like everyone's doing it now, but I get you. I totally get you.
Meeting your celebrity idols. Have you ever? Who are your idols?
I love meeting celebrity idols. Yeah, I think like the bigger the idol, the nicer they are. I feel like when you like a D-list person, they have like, you know, maybe like Tom Sandoval or something. I don't know. I don't really know him, but I just know he's all over TikTok. Like he probably won't be nice. But I've met like Quentin Tarantino, Eminem, The Weeknd just sent me a DM, and I feel like the bigger they are, the nicer they are.
Wait, I saw you talking about this on your podcast. What was the DM from him?
Literally, I was on a podcast like 2 weeks of the exact same show, and I was like, oh, I pay for music, and I'm like, I just bought like 6 of the Weeknd songs, and he's like, thanks for the support. Me and my team appreciate you. Like, sent me a DM, and I was like, wow. He cares that I spent $6 on his music.
No,
everything.
They do, because
Yeah.
I think I saw, who did I see? I think I saw Snoop Dogg recently saying like there were 1 billion streams and he made 40K from it.
No, that's wild to me. That's why I buy the music off iTunes, and I still do, and they appreciate it. I mean, I was shook. I was like, oh my God, Abel's in my DMs was crazy.
Like literally, maybe they need to start an OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I know.
He's like, babe, thanks for the $6. You're like, babe, literally get an OnlyFans.
I was
like, let's go.
He would make bank if he was
Like,
on OnlyFans.
fuck.
Well, I mean, the Idol is basically like OnlyFans. It's just him like fucking Lily Rose Depp, and I loved it. That's how I became a fan this year. I saw the Idol, and I was like, woo!
That was crazy.
I never get horny about anything, and like literally that show made me like crazy.
Okay, Taco Bell.
Pass. Is this what are we playing? Are we doing
I don't
pass
know.
or smash? Am I rating this? Talk about no.
I love how also, like, you're right. We've kind of changed the game for every single
What
question.
was the game originally?
I want to hear your opinion on.
Oh, okay. Okay, got
Taco
it.
Bell.
I'm not. I love fast food, but I'm just not a Taco Bell fan.
What's your favorite fast food place?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, just because there's one close to us, I always get the nuggets. Right now they have adult Happy Meal. Oh wait, I think we're boycotting McDonald's. Maybe I think everyone told me we're boycotting them.
Wait, why?
Well, I don't know. I don't get political, but I think something is happening with them. So I'll be on a strike until the strike is over. But
Where are you gonna get your nuggets?
oh man, baby Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Although Chick-fil-A is controversial too.
Yeah, fuck them.
I know.
They don't support the gays.
Oh no. A lot of my gay friends love Chick-fil-A, so I go with them. Fuck. Everything's controversial.
That's interesting. If you go to Chick-fil-A with one of your gay friends,
I think it's fine.
Then it cancels it out.
I think so. They love it. So Chick-fil-A. I love fast food, but they're all problematic.
They are. Okay, so
Shit.
McDonald's first, then Chick-fil-A. Do you like Wendy's?
I love Wendy's spicy nugget. I'm just a nugget person.
Nuggets.
So I only get nuggets at all these places.
What do you dip it into?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. No sauce. Yeah.
What?
I have no sauce. Yeah. I recently heard Jenna Ortega said she has no sauce too. I'm like, no sauce, girlies, get it.
Wait.
Never.
This is crazy.
There's no live. Try to find a clip of me eating sauce.
You
Actually, there's clips of me trying sauce, but
Oh,
I don't
and
like
be
it. Yeah.
Wait, so you don't like ranch dressing?
No.
my
I don't like
God.
any sauce. Like no barbecue, no ketchup, no mustard.
Your whole life.
Yeah, I'm just like, I like a plain. My tastes are plain. I love like butter noodles. I love chicken tenders, like pizza. Like that's what I like. Yeah.
I have food for you to try downstairs. Now I'm like rethinking
Really?
everything.
Did you make it?
I'm having someone make it right now.
Oh my boosh.
No,
Oh my God.
No,
You have a content house with a chef. Do you live here? Like, no, just to shoot here. I was like, wow.
I just begged someone downstairs. I'm like, listen, there's this one pasta that I want Trisha to try. Do you think?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I want you to try
What
it.
kind of pasta
You
is
know how
it?
like girls are like, oh my God, like I have my like my girl dinner, and it's like
Yeah.
when the men are away, the girls will play, and like
Yes.
you make like just dumb shit that like men would be like, I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah.
So like I grew up on this like spaghetti sauce that my mom would make me, but it's like this like Progresso, like I don't even want
Wait,
to.
Progresso.
Yeah.
Is that like, wait, what? Oh, It's like Prego sauce? Because I like pasta sauce. I'm trying to figure out Progresso sauce. I love a jar sauce if that's what you're talking about. Okay. Is that Progresso? I have Prego.
I can't breathe. It's in a jar, and I swear to God, Trisha, I want you to try it. Like I know you like plain stuff. Like I'm interested to see your take.
I love pasta sauce.
Okay,
I love
We're gonna
pasta
film it
sauce.
downstairs.
Okay,
but like
yes.
it's good to know. But
Where's that going? Yes, bonus content. Where does that
gotta
go?
get that coin, girl.
I love it. Oh no, same.
I'm like, you're gonna stay for 10 hours, right?
I love it.
We're good to go.
I will.
Okay, so no
Okay.
to Taco Bell.
No Taco Bell.
Okay, I'm crying. Okay, internet trolls. What is your opinion on them?
Oh gosh. Oh wow. I have a soft spot for them because I was an internet troll for a minute. Now I can't stand them. I see people like yelling at the camera, being ridiculous. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna haunt you forever.
You should literally on every time you see somebody doing trolling videos, be like, trust me,
Don't
stop.
Yeah. There's that girl, that Pearl girl out there now, and I'm like, girl, let's pump the brakes. This is gonna follow you forever.
Dude, wait, I feel like I know who you're talking about.
She's like
mean.
she's like kind of anti-woman, I think. I don't know. She's like a woman, but like hates women. She's like, oh, if you're divorced, you're less than, or if you have sex before marriage, like they don't want you. I don't know. She's kind of
Does
weird.
she have like strawberry red hair?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's made videos about me being like Alex Cooper, and I always just stop it immediately.
yeah.
I never watch the video because I'm too scared.
Yeah,
I don't want to
she's the leader
know.
of everyone. And I get it. It's like a shtick or something, hopefully. But I'm like, girl, this is like gonna not do well for you because you'll like run out of money. Like you'll spend the money. I know. Trust me. I've made like $10 million trolling, and I've wasted all of it. I didn't buy a house until OnlyFans. So I'm just like, no, girl.
Girl, stop.
I know.
She'll probably clip this and be like, you fucking whore, shut up. Like, oh.
Literally.
Fuck.
No, I know. I used to be scared of people talking about me, but I'm like, oh no. I literally, like, I have, again, it comes from a place of I know what it's like. Like, I get it. And I'm just like, oh no.
Do you ever scroll on TikTok and if you hear someone talking about you, do you watch the videos?
Oh no,
I'm scared.
I scroll instantly. I don't even want to talk about it, but the last person I saw talk about me, I like literally cried for days.
What?
Yeah, she told me I looked like I had electrocuted hair, and I like cried for literally like a week. And I'm like, why is this affecting me so much? It was literally like a month ago, and I couldn't stop crying.
Wait, I'm so sorry. That's so mean.
I had a lot of postpartum hair loss, but then when I was young, people made fun of me for having like frizzy hair. It was a whole thing. So it hasn't happened in so long that someone made fun of my hair. I'm used to weight. I'm used to acne. And I was like, oh my God, this one hit. This one hit hard.
That's when it's the most fucked up, is if it's something from like when you were younger that was like something you got the shit bullied out of you for, or that you were just insecure about for yourself.
Yeah.
When you're an adult and someone picks on it, you're like, I'm regressing to being 12 right now, and I'm sobbing.
That's how I felt. It's like that and like eating like chicken parm. Like both of those things are like weird things that you wouldn't think. Like people call me fat, people call me other things. And I'm just like, oh, I don't care. But those, I don't know. That was like
so sorry.
Yeah. But it's because I like stayed on it for a minute. I saw it and I was just like, let me hear what this person has to say. Because I like the person. Because I was like, oh, I love this person. I talk nice about them all the time. And I was like, oh shit. And then I like,
dude.
Yeah. So I don't like to be in like the drama of it all. But I was just like, damn, that one hurt. That one hurt like hard.
It's just like, again, stop being mean to people on the internet. Like, why are also? I just feel like we're so above, or we should be commenting on women's appearance.
Yeah,
aren't we done with that?
Just in general, like hair, weight. I'm just like, that's it. Like
right.
That's like there should be. And again, I guess it's like a compliment. Like that's what you're going for. Like if that's the only thing. But
true.
But it's the worst thing to hear as a woman is like your appearance.
You're right, and I feel like it's expected from a man because it's like you're dumb, but from a woman, you're like.
It sucks. It sucks because I'm so like pro women now. So I'm and I know I haven't always been. That's what I'm saying. The karma kind of comes back to me. I'm like, all right, I guess I deserve it. I guess I've talked enough about other people's appearances. No. So, it does come back around. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it. That's how I have to look at it. I'm like, it's just another karmatic point.
You got thick skin, girl.
Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes I really do. Like, I haven't cried in a long time. And I was like, oh my God, why am I crying? And like last night when I cried over the pasta, I'm like, this is very odd. Usually I'm not like that.
Well, at least you allow yourself to cry. I feel like sometimes people hold it in too much. If you're going to cry and then keep eating that pasta.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, bitch.
Yeah.
Cry. How do you feel about reincarnation? Do you believe in it?
Ooh, I don't know. What do you think?
Didn't I see something on the internet that people were convinced? What is the theory?
About my baby?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did birth the reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth last year, I guess. Which, you know what? Honestly, makes me believe it.
Wait, why did people think that?
It was so weird. It was the weirdest. Okay. Literally, someone looked it up. It was the most time I was searched. It was the most searched I've ever been. Was in September 2022, a week before my daughter was like more searched than anything that's ever happened in my life. Any controversial thing. What? That was the Google high point, and it was so weird. It was like a week before I gave birth. I said I was like 1 centimeter dilated, which is like normal, and you're gonna give birth in like a week or two.
Right.
But then the queen died the next day, and everyone's like, Trisha just gave birth, and the queen's and I was still very much pregnant. I just didn't have my phone with me. It was so bizarre. Like TMZ was calling my dad, my mom, like everything. It was the weirdest.
Oh my God. You know why you were probably so searched? It's like you kind of like tapped into like you infiltrated the royal family. Like but everyone in England was like, wait, who is this bitch? I need to see. Like, is the queenie coming out of that V? Like, what the fuck is going on?
The day she died, I'm like trending. I have a screenshot like right underneath her. Like it's so bizarre. I know. When I announced my pregnancy, everyone's like, King Charles, 9 months left. I'm like, no. Don't even start it. No.
Wait,
it's funny now. At the time, I was actually a little traumatized. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like that, because I didn't even start it. Like I get if I start my own shit, and I was like, no. And I was out of drama. I was so out of drama. I didn't have my podcast. I was like not talking about anyone. I was like, oh shit,
we're back.
Yeah,
not like that bad of drama to be a part of because you're like, oh my God, like I just gave birth to like the new queen.
Yeah,
but that's also going to be such an interesting thing. Like if your daughter Googles herself one day, like not a bad Google search.
Yeah, for sure, your queen, and she kind of is. She's very like royal, regal. She waves to everybody. She's very that actually. So if I do believe in reincarnation, I do believe that could be. Yeah, I don't know how Queen Elizabeth was. I heard maybe she's not a nice person, so maybe she'll be reincarnated as a good person. I don't know.
Trisha.
I know nothing about the royal family, but
okay. How do you feel about retail therapy?
Oh my God, that's all I do all day, every day. I spend way too much money.
What do you spend your most money on?
Purses. I have so many purses. Yeah, I have too many. I probably have, I don't know, maybe 500 purses. I mean, I sell a lot too, so I have like about 500 purses in my collection.
But you said you never leave your house.
Yeah, I just buy it online. Like 2020, I bought like 6 Birkins that were like $1 million all together, and now I can't sell them. Ugh, I wish I could. I've had so many Birkins that are ugly, and I'm like, I have like a dead ostrich in my closet, and I'm like, I don't want this anymore.
Wait, and you barely leave your house also. So like, where do you wear them?
Dear, you're like, I love your Prada bag. I'm like, thank you. This is my only shot to wear it.
Oh my God. So like whenever you're going to go do an appearance, you'll wear it. But other than that, it just sits in the closet.
But my closet's beautiful. It's like sparkles and shine. It makes me really happy. Like they actually just make me happy to look at them. I used to like never wear my purses out. Like I just love to look at them.
Look at them. What's your favorite one?
I have the Paris Hilton Birkin, like the pink one with the Swarovskis on it. It's the same retailer that got him the Privy Porter. Shout out Privy Porter. She made Paris's bag and then she made mine, and I love it. But when you get the aftermarket crystals, they go down in value so much. So I wouldn't suggest that. I bought a $50,000 rainbow Birkin and no one even wants it. I can't even give it away for like $8,000. So yeah, so don't do aftermarket. But I love my pink one. I don't like the rainbow one.
Okay, let's talk about sex.
Okay.
I think that you obviously exude confidence, and I know you have kind of like lately in this interview talked about just like your relationship to men has evolved. But to women that are like, Trisha, how the fuck do we get confident in the bedroom? Like, what personally would you say makes you feel the most confident in your sex life?
Oof. You know what it is? I always say this to everyone is like, guys really don't care if they're like with you at that point where they're like undressing you. Like they don't care. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Guys just, they kind of get what they get. You know what I mean? They just are excited to be with you. And I've never been insecure in that way because I've like hooked and I've been with like 500 guys. Like I mean, maybe that made me more confident weirdly, but I've just never had any like complaints. And I used to have like uneven boobs. I mean, like back when I was like a hugger, I mean, I didn't shower for like 5 days and they would be fine with it. So I think guys are just kind of nasty and they'll just take what they get. So don't feel bad. If you're hygienic, I think that's a plus.
If you put on deodorant that day, girls,
they're fine.
Winning.
Yeah.
You're good.
Just do a little wash.
It's such a good point. Men are like kind of disgusting. Yeah. And so I feel like sometimes like we're in our own heads about like, oh my God, do I need to do this? No, you don't need to do shit.
No.
Show up.
I've been with all types. And I think like in like I've been saying like, oh, I've been like on the streets or whatever. But I also been with like, you know, some WWE wrestlers that like prefer a big girl, you know what I mean? And they like love it and they can't get enough of it. You know what I mean? So I think there's just like types. And some people love a skinny girl, but they're not gonna go to bed with you if they want a skinny girl. Whoever's like in bed with you like wants you. So I don't know. I've never had any complaints. Like I said, I've had like my boobs have been uneven. I've looked crazy so many times. Like, guys just don't care. And I think as long as you're not, I don't know. I've never been self-conscious about that. I don't know why.
No, I think that's great. Yeah. I think that's why I know people want to hear from you on it because I think you're right of like we are in our own heads so much more than men are. Like if you're right, if he's in the room with you and wanting to have sex with you, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. They're not going to be like, no, thank you. I've never had anybody like, oh no. You know what I mean? Love
that. Exactly. Like you got a vagina, they're gonna enjoy themselves.
Guys are very easy that way. So I always feel bad when girls get like self-conscious or something like that. I'm like, guys want you.
Yeah. Like I've had girls write in being like, oh my God, like I'm insecure about my labia or with the way it looks. I'm like, don't be.
Oh, right.
Don't be.
Yeah.
Men don't give a fuck.
And people love all types. They love the outies, the innies, the in-betweenies. They love all of it.
Exactly. Like who cares? How old were you when you had your first orgasm?
Oh my God, like 32.
I love that you say that though, because I think so many women, even if they would lie about it, like I bet a lot of women feel that same way. Like of course we didn't have orgasms at such a young age.
Yeah, I don't know how people do.
Men don't know how to fucking please us.
No, guys don't care about it.
Did you give it yourself or did you get it from a guy?
Oh, the first time was with a threesome. It was like in a threesome. They had one of those. I call them hibachis. They're not hibachi. Are they Hitachi?
Hitachi.
Yeah.
Mr. Hitachi.
Yes. That like changed my life for real. That was like, I was in like this like throuple and they used it on me and I was like, oh my God. That was when I was like, I didn't know if I was peeing or what. I was like, everything was going everywhere. It was insane.
Oh my God.
So that was like the first time where I knew what it was supposed to feel like. And that's why I was like, holy shit. Like that was like explosive. So.
Wait, that's so funny because Bridget and Holly, when they came on, Bridget was the one that talked about it. She was like with Hef, like obviously we weren't getting off. So we would have these Mr. Hitachis and she taught me about it. And now, okay, so
they're
Mr.
amazing.
Hitachi.
They're so good. Yeah. And so that was like the thing where I was like, oh, that's what, even when I did OnlyFans, like all my squirting ones are with that because it's just so intense. Like if you don't know how to do it or what, because I'm like, how does that even happen or you're scared to? It like forces you to. Wow. I mean, with your consent.
Wait, right.
Yeah.
It forces you, like, but you're the one pressing the button. Like, you're consenting.
Yeah. But it's like, you don't even have a choice because it's so much pressure and you're just like, well, this is going to happen.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so interesting.
It's amazing. So if you have like trouble orgasming or you don't know how it's supposed to feel, like highly recommend going on like the big setting of those.
And just get it going.
Yeah.
Wait, when you say you were in a throuple, was it for just sexual or were you actually in a relationship with a couple?
It kind of was just sexual, but they did come to my birthday party. I think she's done like videos about me. I think she did an interview. It was about someone. It was like my first like throuple relation. They were gorge. Oh my God. She was like hot, fake implants. He was like gorge 6-pack anesthesiologist. Like they were really gorge. And yeah, I think it was just like my Tinder year. I think that was 2019, but it was, it was great. I don't know. I think I was just like so curious about everything.
How do you even get involved in that? Like, did you meet her or him
Tinder.
first?
I met him on Tinder. Yeah. And then he's like, this is my girl. They show right away, like, this is my girlfriend. I was like, oh, well, this could be exciting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was actually really, really fun. Yeah. And
how did those things end?
It was fine. Honestly, I think, what was that one?
What was that one?
I know. I'm trying to think. I was dating a lot of people at the time. I was like dating so many people. So I think I was just like not like looking to date. I think they wanted to date. And I was kind of like not looking for that.
Yeah. Like 3 people in a relationship is tough.
Oh, I don't know how they do that. Yeah.
Right?
But they did that all the time with people. And I think they wanted to bring someone in like to date.
Wow.
And I don't know I think for me, I was like, oh, I'm going to introduce like my parents, like my mom, I'm really close with, and not that she's like not judgmental, but I don't think she would get it. Like, this is my boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't know. Okay.
No, I get that. You're like, hi, this is my couple.
Yeah.
And I'm the third.
It's still bizarre. Yeah. I see it on TikTok and I think more power to people, but I'm always like, it's still bizarre to me.
I get that.
Maybe it'll get more normalized.
So the Mr. Hitachi, what are your top 3 like sex toys in the bedroom that you would recommend? So one is Mr. Hitachi. What are another 2?
That's the first. I think that's pretty much it. I've been liking plugs lately, which I normally don't love like an anal thing, but I just think they look really pretty, and it just feels more pressurized. And I've been really into like that lately.
I agree.
It's great. I think like try out plugs, and I think it kind of just like, I don't know, it just feels good. If it's not anything else, just gives you like a little more added pressure.
I completely agree.
I've never had like a gangbang, but I'm assuming that's what it feels like, right? All your holes filled. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know what a gangbang is.
I love you, Trisha.
That's what I would imagine. Not to say I want all my holes filled, by the way. I usually prefer just sex. Like, we do vanilla sex, but I love it. Like, it's like my fave. I don't need 2 things filled me up. You know what I mean?
So the plug can just be like there.
It's fun. It's fun for like an added like bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm kind of just vanilla actually. When it comes to like sex, I kind of just like love to have sex with just as is.
I like that.
Yeah, but yeah.
If you have advice for someone, like how do you approach your partner if you want to try a new thing in the bedroom?
I don't know. I guess just be honest. Yeah. Although, I've had people ask me to do some weird stuff and I'm like, that's weird. Right. So I don't know. I'm like the last person to ask about this kind of thing.
Right. Like try to read the room.
Maybe. Yeah. Like know your partner. Yeah. Like if he asked me to do something freaky, I might like look at him kind of weird. I don't know.
Right. Like I'm done. I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah. I've had people like ask me to like hang upside down and like weird stuff. I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's like a thing with like swings. I'm just not.
Hang upside down. Right. Like how would they fuck you if you're hanging upside down?
Yeah. It's like the swing and you're like upside down. And I guess I don't know. I didn't do it because I'm like, that looks so dangerous. It was like high up and
I just like get a headache.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like anything that involves like hurting, blood, any of that stuff. Like people always want to like slice you open and stuff. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Have you had someone ask?
Yes.
Trisha,
multiple times.
They want to slice you open.
Yeah.
Are you fucking Army Hammer?
Like a fish. Like, yes. Not him. Oh, someone close. Actually, when that came out, I was like, wait. And then I was like, oh no, it's someone who kind of looks like him.
No way.
Yeah. I think celebrities can be like the freakiest, especially like those kind of celebrities that are like D-list, they're kind of like freaky.
You know Tom Sandoval's cutting them up. Like, whoa.
Sure,
so you've had people literally be like, they want to, what do? They just want to cut you or drink your blood?
Yeah. Just drink the blood and also just like slice you like on your stomach a little bit because they say it's like has fat there so you can't die. Like you can't bleed out. I don't know. I've had a couple people say it. Yeah.
And what do you say?
No, absolutely not. I can't do that. I don't know.
Do you proceed to have sex with them or do you just leave immediately?
Leave immediately. Okay. No, leave immediately. The one that wanted me to hang upside down, I guess I stayed with. He kind of looked like Marilyn Manson a little bit. He kind of had like those vibes. So I was into that for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, this is my person. But yeah, I just said I like couldn't do it, like physically couldn't do it.
You're funny. This is hilarious.
It's so funny you can talk about this because I feel like no podcast talk about sex. So
oh my God.
Oh yeah, you're on Spotify, so it doesn't matter. You're not demonetized on YouTube. I'm like, YouTube, they can't say anything.
Oh so no, I'm like, let's talk about everything.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's so funny.
What do you think for advice for someone who wants to lose their anal V card? Like, give us the advice, Trisha.
Oh, I guess take some poppers, loosen it up a little bit because that's the only thing I could think of.
Right. But do you even enjoy it?
No. I mean, like I said, I love the plug recently, but I don't love like anal.
penetration.
Because you know what it is? I just eat so much food, and I know you're not supposed to eat a lot before. Like, you know, girls that do OnlyFans, you're supposed to like clean it out. Guys too. All my gay friends, like, yeah, you can't eat before.
And you're like,
so I was like, yeah, that's the only time we have sex is like after we eat. So I was like, well, I don't want to open my butt after we eat.
Right. Like, I want my nuggets and I want my pasta.
Exactly. Oh my God. Could you imagine having anal after lasagna? No. I don't know if I could imagine that. Just involuntary everything.
I'm dead.
I'm a bad like anal. I'm not an anal queen, that's for sure. But you know, try it. Maybe start with a finger or something. You know,
a little pinky.
See if you like it. Some people really love it. I don't know.
I get it. I think the pinky is a good way to start.
Yeah,
you're right.
Right.
I'm loving your advice.
Okay.
So the daddy gang wrote in some scenarios that they're going through right now. There's drama in their life.
Okay.
And you're not a part of drama right now, Trisha. You're clean. You're free. You're like, ooh,
yes.
But now we need to read their drama and help them with their drama. Okay. So someone wrote in and said, my brother's messages linked to my laptop, and I just found out that he and my best friend have been seeing each other behind my back. I'm so traumatized from seeing these texts and pictures. There are so many messages of them talking about how I'll react if I find out, but it's so hot that they're sneaking around. Lately, when she comes over, it seems like she's there for my brother, and the two of them actively leave me out. How do I confront them about the situation, and do I bring up the fact that I saw their nudes?
No, you're the sister. Like, what? Why do you care? Stop. That's weird. What is she gonna say? I saw your nudes, brother. You're hooking up with a girl that's not me? How dare you? Like, what? That's the weirdest question I've ever heard. That's right. If it's your brother, are you gonna be like, oh my God, what? Like, it's so weird. It's like Lannister status over there. Just like, my brother's fucking someone else. I don't like it. It's weird.
I'm dying. I get what you're saying. Like, first of all, no, girl, you're not telling your brother, like, I saw that dick pic. Like, that shit's big. Like,
yeah, that's more on you. I would immediately stop looking at messages. You keep looking at them like a weirdo.
I understand the side of, like, your friends lying to you. Like, you would like to know, like, is she going behind your back? Maybe just address it with your friend of, like, hey, I get you're hooking up with my brother. Can't you just be honest so it's not awkward?
But maybe they're not, like, serious yet. Maybe they're not, like, maybe they're just hooking up. Maybe they want to keep it. Like, why do you have to tell everyone in your business? Be like, oh, yeah, we're actually having sex if that's okay with you. Not quite dating. We'll let you know when it happens. Like, it's weird. I don't know.
Trisha, this is where friendship gets a little
complicated. Yeah. I don't have friends, so I don't know. Don't listen to me on that one.
No. I think you're right about the brother thing. Like, don't fucking tell him, like, I saw your nudes. Like, leave the brother out.
Right.
I think you could go up to your friend and be like, listen, I don't care what you and my brother are doing, but, like, I don't want to constantly be sitting in the room and feeling like you guys are, like, keeping things from me. So just, let's be open with it. You guys are fucking fabulous. Let's move on.
Okay.
Like,
you want to know? Okay. I don't think I'd want to know. I'd be like, just, it's fine. Don't tell me. Like, if you're having sex with my brother, I don't think I need to know. I think I'm good.
But if it was your best friend?
I guess I don't know that situation. So, yeah. I guess, maybe.
No, you're right.
I still don't think I want to know. I don't even want to know my brother has sex with his wife. Like, I just don't want to know any of it. I'm good.
I actually kind of agree. Whenever I think about my brother having sex, I'm like, no, he doesn't.
Oh, no. I don't want to know any of those details. Don't tell me.
Yeah, so, girl, just let it go. Go have sex.
Let it go. Yeah. Just let them do what they're doing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you go date.
Yeah.
Make yourself busy.
That might be, find something else to do.
Maybe she needs to get laid.
I think that's it. Where it's just like, if you're that concerned about your brother's sex life and if they're telling you or not, like, I don't know.
Move on.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying, too. So.
Okay, next one. I have a group of 6 girlfriends, and we've all been close since high school. Recently, a new girl has been introduced to the group. She hasn't done anything actively wrong, and nobody seems to have an issue with her. But something about this girl just fucking annoys me.
Oh, my God.
One day...
She's a hater.
She's a hater.
Get you out of the group.
One day, I had 5 glasses of wine too many and decided I was going to say something. So I messaged her from a fake Instagram account.
Oh, my God.
I said, stop leeching onto other people's friend groups. It's sad.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Ruthless.
Yeah.
It's
why I don't have friends. That's so scary. Oh, my God.
She said... It's sad and pathetic. They obviously don't want you around, and they all feel too bad to tell you the truth, so I will.
Oh, my God. That girl sounds crazy. And I know you don't use that word lightly.
No, that's insane.
Yeah.
She found out it was me by the email linked to the account and told all of our friends. Now I'm basically booted from the group. What should I do?
Oh, my God. Well, good. At least she was booted. At least she got some repercussions.
Dude, that's insane.
That's crazy. This is why I don't want girlfriends. Like, that's so nuts.
I just think, first of all, if you're going to use a fake account, I've learned, make a new fucking email, bitch.
Go to the library, get a different IP address. Don't let it be traced.
Literally, dude, never. If you are stalking people on your fake, don't ever let them know it's you.
No.
Second of all, what is this girl doing that's so triggering that you felt the need to message her?
From a fake account.
Girl,
like no one likes you.
Do you ever go on your fake account? Do you have a fake account?
I don't have a fake account.
Oh, have you ever had
a lot
yeah,
to make a whole new account?
It's a lot.
No, I don't. I've never had a fake account. I've always just looked from my account, but I really just don't look period anymore. I used to look and like find out what everyone's doing, and it's honestly, life is so much better when I don't look for real.
Trisha, I used to have one. I would say a year and a half ago I deactivated mine, and I've felt lighter. I felt happier. I've just felt like, why am I stalking an ex? Why am I like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Or even if I like saw something online, I'm like, why am I on a fake account? If I don't want people to know I'm looking at it, then just maybe I shouldn't be looking at it.
That's how I feel too. That's how I feel. Like, that feels weirder when you go on like incognito and stuff like that. It feels like you're doing something wrong.
I think that the moral of the story is everybody delete your fake accounts. You don't need to have a fake account.
It feels better. I know how addicting it is because I was so addicted to like Reddit, looking up everybody. I have like, oh, how many views is this person getting now? Like, I get it, but it's like so time consuming, so energy draining. And like the minute I did, like, I stopped in August of this year actually, and like I honestly, like, good things have come, like just like fortune has come, income has, like everything has come, like for real. I'm like, wow. So I just didn't go back to it because like good energy was coming in. I was like, maybe there's something to this. So I was like, let me just stop putting like any sort of bad energy out there.
There has to be something to it because I also think like you're right. Oh my God. I think I read the last time I read Reddit, I think now is like around 2 years ago that I stopped. And like, I remember I was so consumed by it because you're constantly trying to be like, okay, these people think this about me. So then all of a sudden you're like in a video or an episode trying to like appease them.
Yes.
And when you stop giving, also when I look at it, I'm like, there's like 200 people.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, we're really like shaking it up here. Like, why am I listening to 200 people?
Yeah.
If you have like hundreds of thousands to millions of views on something, obviously there's people that like what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And don't give them like energy.
It feels so much better. And honestly, like, I really feel like there's no, I mean, maybe because I just don't see it, but I'm like, oh, I feel like the hate's gone. My Reddits did get taken down. Like, no one can start new Reddits on me. It's like really weird.
Really?
Yeah. We did this like documentary on it. We like called Reddit, all this stuff like that. And like, there's no more Reddits. Mine had like 40,000 people. And now there's like no more. And it's wonderful. So shout out Reddit. I don't know what they did, but anyone who tries to make a new one on me, they take down right away. So
wait, that's amazing.
Yeah. There's no Trisha Paytas snark Reddit. So they were like crazy. Like, I was during my pregnancy, they were like harassing like my doctors, and they were like my baby's like hospital, and like they were just like, they were being nuts. They were putting my baby's like image out there, like photoshopping weird things with her. So I think they had to take it down because it was like actually
that's disgusting.
Yeah. So I think that like we did this whole thing about it this year because I was like, okay, what's gonna, and then now that it's down, it's just like, it's great, and I don't see hate anymore. So I don't know,
dude. I swear to God, the only place that is there's like main hate is on Reddit, and if you get that rid of your life, you're like,
I know. I have no hate anymore. It's wonderful. I was like, no one hates me.
No one hates me.
That's how I feel in my head. And I still feel that way.
Live that way, girl.
Yeah.
Let it live that way.
I feel like it's like perpetuated itself. Like, I feel like it manifested itself. Like, I feel like so many people like me now. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe because I stopped looking at hate.
Done.
Now more people like me.
Done.
So, yeah.
Let's do one not friendship.
Okay. Because all these friendship ones, I'm like, I don't know.
How about this? My boyfriend and I have been having ongoing conversations about getting engaged and planning to do that next year. But lately, something has been really weighing on my conscience. My question is, do I tell him that I gave his best friend the Gluck 9000 the Gluck 9000 blowjob on the trip that the two of us met before, obviously, we had feelings for each other? We see this friend quite often, and I'm worried that my boyfriend will feel uncomfortable if he knows that I sucked his friend's dick.
Oh, my God.
Should I come clean, or is this something that you take to the grave?
Oh, my. Wait, did you trademark Gluck?
I did.
I love that.
So
like, when people say it, you, like, get money? I love that. That's so smart. I remember that was such a big thing. Like, I really do. I just remember, like, wow, it was crazy.
It's great. It's a great thing.
Oh, my God. So smart. You trademarked it.
The double hand twist. Yes. Gluck 9000.
You can come out with a sex toy. That's that.
I know.
Because it sounds like a machine anyways.
It kind of does. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Where it feels like you're like, anyways. I don't know. That's
tough.
feel like you need to tell them. Otherwise, it's like fraud or something.
I agree. And God forbid, like one night, like something happens. Like if you're married and he finds out you never told him, that it could like literally end a marriage.
Yeah,
you're
I
like,
guess tell him.
just tell him.
Yeah, that's
and
sticky.
It was also, you guys didn't have feelings for each other at the time.
Right.
Just
yeah.
let
it
it
says
go.
a lot about how he reacts too. Like if he's upset about it, then like maybe that's not the one for you.
Right. Like,
and if he's like, okay, it was before we met, whatever.
Right. Like
you want
be
an
mature.
understanding guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a jealous person?
I used to be so oh my God, I was so jealous. Like at the beginning of our relationship, I was so jealous, all this stuff. And I had his passwords, go through his DMs every day. Like I was super jealous, but now not at all. Like I don't really
Now
care.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
I think so, but he's so good. Like he gives me no reason to be jealous. Like even if like girls, like, you know, girls that like me want a picture with him like in public, he just says like no, because he just like doesn't want that out there. I'm fine with it. I'm like literally whatever, but he's very that, so he never gives me a reason to be jealous. But
that's the type of man you need in your life.
for sure, because I am a jealous. I was always very jealous, and everyone, yeah. How
I get
about
it.
you?
I think I used to be jealous, but because it was coming from a place of insecurity of like,
I think that's what it is,
I
yeah.
had gotten cheated on before. So then I'm like, oh my God, like you must be doing it too. And so like when you're just not in like healthy relationships, the toxicity, you can't help but be kind of paranoid, which turns into jealousy where you're like, oh my God, like I don't want you out and I don't want you doing this. And then you're just like the worst version of yourself.
Yeah, I think that's like the worst, like jealousy. And we're together 24/7, so I think that helps too. I'm just like, we're never apart. So yeah, we're like codependent in that, or I'm codependent that way. So I don't know. But I never, of course now I'm like never jealous. And he's like definitely not jealous. Like I'll say like, oh my God, the weekend's so hot or whatever. And he's like never gets jealous. He's just like,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, literally. I was like, he's the first one I texted when I got a DM from him. I'm like, the weekend just DM me.
He's like, yes, babe.
Oh yeah, he's like, what are you gonna text back? Like he was so excited.
If the weekend wanted to have a threesome with you guys, would you do it?
Oh, I would. I don't think my husband would. That would be like the dream come true.
I think he's got to do it and just like suck it up. Okay,
Poor
do it
Moses.
for Trisha.
He's like, no. I probably wouldn't, because I love him. I love my husband so much, but because threesomes do get sticky. Like anyone who wants a threesome, and anytime I've had a threesome, I feel like it just like ends in disaster.
It does, right?
Unless I don't know. I feel like with my husband of all people, like I know I couldn't with another girl. No. I'd be so fucking jealous. But I think with a guy, I don't think he would. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Even with a guy, I'd feel like kind of weird.
I don't think I would with Matt either. I'm like, it's just too
with another girl.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's
so.
too much.
See, especially if they have sex with a girl. Like sometimes they don't have sex with the other person, but I'd be livid.
I would be literally in the bed like this.
Yeah, how people
pissed.
Oh, the throuple I was in, she like loved watching it. They got off. I was just like, this is, and I think that's amazing. Like I like being the third, but like I don't know,
being the main that's bringing in the third.
Yeah,
you got to be a strong bitch.
No, I don't know how people do it. I think
weak.
That's a different person.
I'm
Yeah.
weak.
It's definitely a different breed, which I'm like, more power to you, but I'm just like,
I completely agree.
It's crazy.
Okay, I have 2 more questions for you.
I like these.
What is the biggest misconception people have about you? We're done with the questions from the
okay.
No, yeah,
I like talking about other people's drama. I was like,
you're like, put me in.
Right.
Yeah, what is the biggest misconception you think people have about you?
I think you know what it is. I think it's just that I've had like bad intentions. I think people think I was like I'm a bad person, which I think is like the worst part, because through all of it, like I've never really had bad intentions to like hurt anyone ever, and I think that's like the worst part of it, because I'm like truly at like my core, I've never like hated anybody, like anything. It's really comes from a place of either like wanting attention, being miserable, or being just like completely ignorant.
Yeah.
So I like hate that people have like this, oh, she's a horrible person. And I see that all the time, and I get why people say it, but it's just like, oh, that sucks, because it's like I've truly never been. But I know I like made that bed, so like, you know, it is what it is. So I think that's the worst. Just like I never like had bad intentions. No, there was never malice behind it. I never wanted to like ruin someone's life.
Totally. I also think just even from this interview, I hope it gives people more clarity too, because I feel like I have seen so much of you online, but I think this interview, like we really kind of went from start to finish, and it shows your growth of like where you came from, like the decisions you made, like the headspace you were in. And like, of course, I'm not saying it was like right, but it's like people grow and people change. And the fact that you're even able to also like take accountability. And I also love how you're like, but I also get it. And like, I'm not asking, like, I think that's also a really mature way to look at it. Like, there are just some people that will never look at you or me and like change their opinion if they hate us. That's okay.
Yeah.
But you clearly know like you're a good person, and you did all of that in a place of whether it was, like you said, like jealousy or insecurity or just being in a bad place. Like, that happens. And I think it's obviously we have a social footprint that some people don't have that, but
Yeah.
everyone said dumb shit in their life that can be hurtful or taken the wrong way. It doesn't always mean it's coming, yes, from like a bad intentioned place where you're trying to like actually hurt someone.
Yeah, I was never that. And I wasn't even diagnosed with borderline until I was 30, 31 or something.
Okay.
So I was like, I had undiagnosed like mental illness for like a really long time too. And again, like that doesn't like excuse it, but there like explains more because I was like, wow, I really can't control myself. And then I was like, oh, this is like why.
Yes.
And now I can like work on like, now I know how to like control myself and breathe
Totally.
and all that stuff.
Do you feel better now when you're going into like doing your podcast? Do you feel like you now have a better handle on like what you're going to say and what you're not going to say, as if maybe in the other days you'd be like, I'm just going to spew all this shit and whatever?
Oh yeah, I definitely just like take into consideration people's feelings and that like people will see it and people do like get hurt by it. You know what I mean? I know like Charlie D'Amelio just did Jay Shetty's podcast. She's like, yeah, people were like really mean to me and like really affected me, and I was like spiraling, and I was like, but you know, hopefully they change. They have a baby now. I'm like, oh my god, was she talking about me? Because I was like, and it was like I was so like I was so aggressive for no reason, and so like just you don't think like people will see it and stuff. So now I just really come at a place where I'm just like I really try to again find the silver lining, try to find like the optimisticness and everything. You know, it's of course fun to like gossip and stuff, but I always feel like again if it's something like not nice or someone could hear that would make them feel bad, I'm like it's better just to like, you know, gossip with your husband or something.
I was about to say, literally just do it not online.
Yeah.
Every human being gossips. Everyone wants drama is interesting to us as humans.
Oh yeah.
Just don't put it on the internet.
Yeah, especially if it's like not nice, if you're like being mean, and that's like I never even like make fun of someone's looks. That to me is always like weird. I mean, there's so many other things to say about people out there, and I'm like, it's just weird when people like attack their looks.
Well, that's just like the lowest form of like someone coming at someone who's like, you're such like, that's just such a weak low blow.
Yeah.
Of like, and then you obviously have to be like, well, what's wrong with that person that they're going at someone's looks?
No, for sure. If like my husband started like making fun of like a girl, I'd be like, you're fucking weird. And like I feel that way too. I'm like, it's just a weird thing.
Just
so
stop.
it's like there's so many other things to like gossip and make fun of and just, you know, make light of or whatever. But
Totally. For those of who may not know, Trisha attempted to win a Guinness World Record for her speed reading skills.
Oh my god.
I love how the two of us, like, I have to actively try to talk slower.
So
like
fast.
I can talk so fast. I'm like, oh my god, Trisha, I'm so happy you're here. Like I'm so excited to go try that. Like
it's
I can
crazy.
go so
I
fast.
it.
And I'm like, slow down.
I didn't think that about you. Like I did not think of you as like this like really fast talker because you're
When
so
I'm having
like
fun.
poised and like put together. Okay.
When I'm having fun with someone, which I am right now, like I feel like we're actually having girl talk. Where like some interviews, I'm like more doing the interviewing.
Right.
And like I don't want to be a part of the conversation. I want it to be about them.
The
But I feel like our vibe is just like,
I love like asking
having
people. Yeah, I hate when it's like all about me. Like I love to be like, what about you? Because I need to know where you're coming from.
Right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
like, what's going on over there?
like,
Are you judging me, bitch?
Yeah, for
Fuck
sure.
you. No, I feel that. And so, but then because you talk fast, like my best friend Lauren talks so fast that I feel the same way with you, where I'm like, then I'm just gonna match your energy.
Oh yeah.
And then when I do talk fast, people are like,
What? Yeah.
So,
but I feel like people will like it. Like I know I get comments on my podcast like, "Oh, my ADHD like thanks you," because they just like want to keep going at that.
That's
pace.
actually such a good point. Like people can just be like, "Shut the fuck up, get to the point."
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're moving fast. Okay, before you go, can you just speed read this little message to the daddy gang?
Okay.
You can read through it. It's literally a bunch of like nonsense. It's just like Happy New Year. And,
okay.
like,
I love it.
I just thought it would be funny for you to just
my God.
read fast. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Luckily, there's no like too big words. Sometimes I get like the Guinness World Records was Hamlet's soliloquy. So it was like to be or not to be. That is the question. Was nobler than mind. It was like this whole like really long thing, and it was like I don't even know the words. They were so hard. All right, here we go. Daddy gang, thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun. It's 2024. Let's make it the best year ever. It's the year to stop giving a fuck about what other people think and to own our own confidence. It's the year to try new things in the bedroom and finally have that well-deserved orgasm. It's the year of the giving the Gluck 9000 only trademark. If you are also receiving some bomb ass head in return, take risks, put yourself out there. Don't get too involved with the drama. It's never that deep. Give people second chances. Apologize when you're wrong. Pop that pussy, shake that ass. Follow me where no accounts. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Don't be stingy. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. If you're feeling it. Check out my podcast. Just. I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time to get to know me. I hope this isn't the last time we chat. XOXO. Trisha Paytas. XOXO. Gossip.
Trisha.
I didn't know it was like my outro. I love that. I would have put more into it. This is so cute.
Trisha, that was iconic.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming on Call Her Daddy. This was truly so fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you. Dude. What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy. Amaya Papaya, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Oh my God, thank you for having me, the Alex Cooper.
No, I'm so excited to meet you. I feel like I've been watching you for like months now, and now to get to meet you in person, it feels pretty surreal, honestly.
Oh my God.
Okay, you are straight from Fiji to the studio. You just won Love Island. How the fuck are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling so overwhelmed with gratitude. It's nothing but positive feelings, but I really do feel seen and validated.
Truly, like, America fell in love with you and you became a fan favorite like pretty quickly early on. But did you feel that way in the villa, Amaya?
Girl, we were all so isolated.
Yeah.
And it really got to the point where I was like, I felt so misunderstood. And I'm like, wait, is there something wrong with me? Like, what am I doing wrong? Because in the real world, when you're feeling like that, you could easily just block someone. But while being there, you have to like be around certain situations. So
do you usually block people?
I'm the person who'd be like, okay, you know what, bye, peace out, block.
You're heavy on the block.
I'm heavy on the block, girl. I probably have so many people blocked that I don't even remember why. Maybe they didn't like the way my cat looked, and I'm like, you know what, block.
Wait, you have cats?
Yeah.
How many? I didn't know if you were talking about your cat or your kitty cat.
Oh,
Wait, how many cats do you have?
I have two. So Romeo and Luna.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. We first of all have to talk about the sweats.
I love
Sensitive Gangsta.
Sensitive Gangsta.
Made in honor of you. Can you explain to me, like, what is the story behind you calling yourself a sensitive gangsta? Because that literally is like the most viral fucking thing.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah. So sensitive gangster is just someone who's very in touch with their feelings and isn't afraid to emote. Is that the right word?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
To just show it. And gangster is just like, okay, these tears, don't let them fool you, baby. I'll cry while still holding my own toes down. Like, I'm still very grounded, but I'll probably just be crying in the process of standing up for myself.
Okay, that's literally the perfect definition. Someone changed that in the fucking dictionary. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Brooklyn. Shout out to Biggie.
How would you have described yourself as a kid?
I would definitely say I was the kid who would literally just follow people in the park and be like, hi. And then my favorite thing to do in the swings was to make the swings. You know, when you tie the swings up, I'll just be there like, yeah, it's like getting so dizzy. But I definitely used to always like just, even if the conversations didn't include me, guess what? I'm inserting myself into a sandwich. Like, hi.
Amaya, I'm obsessed with you. Okay, who was your celebrity crush growing up?
My celebrity crush growing up, I would definitely say, I have a few.
Okay, name them, bitch.
I would definitely say Jacob Elordi. Oh. Yes, especially when he played Nate. I was like, oh.
Okay, he was like I love how you're saying specifically when he played Nate. That's like a little, do you like a bad boy?
No. We did not like Nate. We just like how he looked as Nate. We do not stand with Nate, okay? Oh my God.
I love the clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, what superlative do you think you would have gotten in high school?
What's that?
A superlative is like, you would have been like the class clown. You were made to be famous. You were the most talkative. You would have been known to live in your mom's basement for the rest of your life. You were going to be a professional singer. Like, what do you think people would have labeled you as?
Okay, I would definitely say most talkative. Like, to the point where sometimes the teachers would have to like make me sit outside the room. They're like, but shut the fuck up. But God forbid I want to yap. I'm a yapper.
I love that for you. Okay, what made you want to become a nurse?
So I definitely just the caring side, and I'm a big empath, and I also just felt like I definitely do want to take my education more up. Like, I want to go back to school for my PhD so I could eventually become a professor for nursing students. But yeah, I was just like, when it came down to making the decision of what career path I wanted to go, there was no question. I was like, Nurse Amaya, cute and caring.
Wait, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I would imagine, I think all of us would be so happy if we got you as our nurse.
Aww.
Watching you walk in and smile. Like, I thought about that. Like, when do you think you're going to go back? Are you going to go back to work?
I definitely do see myself but still becoming a nurse. But the thing is, it's like, with my patients, I'm such a bit like, girl, if my patients are crying, I'll probably like shed a tear and just be there for them. Because you have to keep in mind that I'm with people on their worst day, like when they're feeling sick. So I want to be the person, the sunshine of their rainy day. Yeah.
I'm fucking obsessed with you. Okay, if you're going out with your girlfriends in New York, what are you doing? What's like your dream night out plans?
Girl, first of all, I love a girl saying out, okay? Dressing up in heels, going to a truffle pasta restaurant. But yeah, so it definitely will be all of us dressing up in heels, going to a nice restaurant, and going to a lounge. Like, I love a speakeasy. I love a dynamic like this where we're able to actually hear each other compared to like, girl, what you said? What did he do?
That's so real. You're like, I can't hear one fucking thing. You're just nodding, pretending you know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your longest term relationship?
My longest term was my first boyfriend. We were together for almost 4 to 5 years, 16 to 21.
Oh my God, why did it end?
Affairs.
No.
And like him being unfaithful. And after a while, like a girl, there's a reason why my standards are the way they are now. Because sometimes you have to just go through some shit. So like, girl, a laxative was taken for real. I went through some shit, okay? So now I am who I am now.
That's actually hilarious.
No, seriously.
Wait.
Explosive diarrhea.
How did you find out? I'm sorry, I'm not laughing about you getting cheated on. I'm laughing at you saying explosive diarrhea. How did you find out that he cheated?
I mean, there would be girls DMing me to let me know. Sometimes your girl went through the phone. I'm traumatized with the phone now. I'm like, please turn it away.
Dude.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how, after you found, like, how did you have the courage to end it? Because I'm assuming you saw like a couple things, and then how did you know you needed to put an end to it?
At a certain point when behavior just weren't changing.
Yeah.
Like, and then it started to make me feel like I needed to question myself. And like, am I pretty enough? And like, what is there wrong with me? But babe, there's never nothing wrong with you. You're just with the wrong person.
Facts. Mm-hmm. What do you think it's like to date you?
I really do think it's very entertaining to date me. I'm always saying like the most randomest things ever. But I am definitely like a very nice girl. Like, I definitely want to, after a long day, babe, tell me about your day. Like, I want to listen to you and make sure that you feel seen and cared for.
Do you have a type?
You know what? Like, of course, like, I want to be attracted to someone, but it's the personality that would make me more attracted to someone. So once that personality and I start seeing certain colors, I'm like, where's my exit out? Yeah. And then on to the next.
Personality starts first. If you could create a dream man, what would he be like? What would he look like? And what would he do for work?
Okay, so I would say he definitely has to be taller than me, which isn't that hard to find. Your girl's only like 5'3", but definitely like I like somebody over 6 feet. I like somebody who's tatted up. That tattoo, like I feel like tattoos is another way of somebody like expressing their creative style. Like I find that beautiful. And a strong man, but not too strong. Like, you know, like somebody who, I don't like the whole, like, can you, like, looks like they're about to pop sometimes. Like, so
fucking
strong,
real.
but not that strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Where like you literally like go to the gym 5 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like chill. Okay. What is your biggest turnoff?
My biggest turnoff is men speaking badly about other women. Like, seriously. Especially if they're always, like, talking bad about your ex. Babe, was she really the problem or were you the problem?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. Have you ever met someone and they're the total package, right? Well, that's what it's like being with T-Mobile. You will not believe what you can get with Magenta Status, Daddy Gang. First off, it's amazing coverage, okay? You're connected wherever life takes you. At home, overseas, in the air, even off the grid. Plus, you get unbeatable value from day one. And that's not even the best part. You can get perks on travel, dining, concerts, streaming, and more. With T-Mobile, you're a member with Magenta Status from day one, Daddy Gang. So experience amazing value, next level connectivity, and access to exclusive benefits. With T-Mobile, you can have it all. no more settling. We do not settle, Daddy Gang. I love having T-Mobile because it means I have access to Wi-Fi on planes, which is without a doubt necessary right now. Even as I'm heading off to a random trip, I'm like, boom, tuning in, boom, thank you, T-Mobile. Plus, with Magenta Status, there are amazing restaurant perks. And when I'm in a new city, I always want to try and just get the best local cuisine. So experience Magenta Status at T-Mobile.com/benefits. You need to tell me about the moment that you found out that you were going on Love Island. Who were you with? Where were you? What was your reaction?
So basically I was with my mom. I was taking her away for her birthday actually in Curacao. So it was just like a very me, mommy and daughter moment. And then I get the phone call and they're like, yeah, so you're definitely coming. And I'm like, what? Like, this is insane. My mom didn't even know what Love Island was or is. So I was just like, listen, there's some scenes that you might have to turn your head away for, but girl, I'm excited to like do the show, do the whole experience.
Did you apply or did they find you?
So they did find me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they sent me a DM. So yeah.
They slid in your DMs.
They slid in the DMs. It go down in the DMs.
Wait, and Amaya, were you a fan of Love Island?
So I never watched a full season.
Okay.
But I feel like once you watch enough TikTok clips, you feel like you know everything that's going on. So I was definitely the one on TikTok like, oh wait, he did what? Like, I was so invested.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, it is like a full commitment to actually watch a full season.
Yeah.
You watch like 30-something, 40 hours of your life is gone, but it's worth it. Trust me, it was worth it. Okay, most contestants, I feel like, have their family or their friends take over their social media while they're gone. You had no one in your accounts. Why?
To be honest, that was just the last thing I thought or cared about. Like, I honestly really did not care, like, for doing that. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and just really indulge in the whole experience. Like, you know, it was just like, it didn't cross my mind.
Which makes, I think, a lot of people love you even more because I think they're like, okay, this bitch never was in it for the clout.
Oh, hell to the no. Like, literally, I was like, once they took my phone away, I'm like, okay, mom, I'm not getting kidnapped.
You're like more worried, like, mom. So it's called Love Island. One more time. I'm going to be over here in Fiji if you need to contact me. Bye. Were your friends aware of how big the show is? Like, were they excited for you?
Yeah. So my best friend, especially, she was like, girl, oh my God, this is amazing. But I also was single for the first time in a very long time, like for more than a year. And I felt like really confident in myself. So it was a good place of solitude and just me being okay by myself. So then that's when I was like, okay, I'm definitely ready to start dating, you know?
It's a pretty good way to start dating again.
Yes.
Okay. You come into the villa as a motherfucking bombshell.
Grenades.
Girl.
A good grenade.
A good grenade. Wait, let's clarify. Yes, a good grenade. But like, Amaya, you have to explain to me how the fuck would you hype yourself up right before you walk out and have to like make out with all these guys and go into this challenge?
Well, first of all, that is the first time I ever done something like that. My sherry definitely was popped, but like seriously, it was just self-affirmations every day. Like I was so nervous. I don't know if you guys like could tell, but I was like, you got this, you got this, you got this. So yeah, I was just hyping my own self up and just telling myself, do not fall, do not like do anything too crazy, but definitely just go all in.
Are you able to like take a shot before you go out, or you're dead sober?
Girl, I am sober as hell. Like, I had to do all of that sober with no tequila, no Don Julio Agafurio. Like, it was literally just me doing me. Yeah.
Raw dogging it.
Raw dogging it. No condoms.
Holy fuck. That's why, like, I have so much respect for all of you women in these challenges, because I'm like, oh my God, I would have to get into a serious fucking place in my head to go twerk on someone and make out with like 5 guys and be dead ass sober.
Seriously.
Okay. How much do the bombshells get to watch before you go in? Like, were you aware of who was coupled up with who at that point?
So I was able to watch like a clip of some scenes, but not the full gist of it. And especially since I got on like early on in the beginning, I think it was like day 3 for me, or day 4, I only got to see the beginning. So I didn't really see like how serious certain dynamics were at the time. Very clueless.
Okay, you come in. Who do you immediately have your eye on?
Jeremiah with his symmetrical face. He has such a symmetrical face. Like,
I never thought about it like that.
he really does.
So do you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I have a bad ear here that I'm hiding away.
Stop. You literally did your hair today.
I was like, wait, hold on. There's a reason why this side is always getting the side that's picked.
That's why we put her in this chair today. We didn't switch because we love her left ear, not the right ear. Wait, I'm dead. Okay, so immediately you were attracted to Jeremiah because his symmetrical face.
Yes, I was like, oh, this man is tall, like, you know, very symmetrical, he's handsome.
I'm fucking dying. Okay, did you feel like you were able at all to like connect with him in that moment because of how kind of serious like Huda and Jeremiah were in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good smooch. And I was like, okay, let me see what happens from here on out. Like, I'm like really down to conversate with him, but we also don't beg, okay, baby? I'm a jogger, but we don't be chasing for these men out here. So once I just wanted to see how the conversations would go. And if it was just going left, I would have been like, all right, thank you, next.
Obsessed. Your first real then connection was with Ace, and bitch, that did not last fucking long. That was like in and out real fucking quick.
Dude, and then now burgers outside. You already know, baby. We were in and then out. Like,
dude, it was so quick. It was like, oh my God, why do you think it fell apart so quickly?
you know, boundaries. Boundaries and babe, like, okay, no, but to be fair, to be serious, it's just like, you know, that's the whole point of the experience. The more you conversate with somebody, you see if there's a real connection there, and if you and this person, what is the word, complement each other, like compatible, compatible. So it turned out that, girl, like, we were just not compatible in a romantic way. We were just
it almost felt like not even compatible. It was like in the beginning, I think a lot of people on the internet were like, oh my God, this man is giving like he really doesn't fuck with you. And it was all off of you just saying like, calling him babe. just babe. It did not fuck with him. Like, why do you think that bothered him so much?
I mean, to be honest with you, like, to each their own. Everybody has their own boundaries. However, it was just like, that's really part of my lingo. And I know he did ask the question of like, do you usually call your partners babe or something like that? And I just gradually said yes. I was like, yeah, but like, I guess he thought I was being disrespectful when I'm not going to change who I am or change the way I speak. So like, it's really hard to not have a normal conversation with you because now I feel like I have to think about everything I say.
Totally. You want to be yourself, and if it doesn't work for someone, you're getting the fuck out.
Exactly.
Done. Throughout this season, I feel like a huge conversation online was Ace was kind of like really criticized for trying to be like the leader of the villa. Mm-hmm. How did you guys feel in the villa? Like, did he feel like this big leader, or was that kind of just like portrayed online differently?
To be honest with you, like, Ace just has a very like strong personality, and he's the type of person that if he feels a type of way, he would definitely speak up on it. So I think that's what it was more about, like, compared to some other people. They were very quiet or more of a follower, or like, you know, well, not like a follower essentially, but
I get it. Like, not as outspoken and like speaking up about certain things that are upsetting him. Do you think, because I think like I even felt this way watching it, like, do you think there was any part of Ace that voted out Jeremiah because he kind of saw him as like this threat of like man to man, like I'm kind of competing with this person?
Yeah. So I was trying to get like, you know, the tea during the villa of like, wait, what's going on? Like, what's the beef? Like, why is there like a back and forth between him and Jeremiah? But the guys just personally, from what they said, they felt as if Jeremiah was just it wasn't there for the right reasons.
There was a huge rumor online that Ace and Shelly had secretly been dating before going on the show. We know they met and they acknowledged that, but people were like convinced there was something more outside of the villa. What was your take on that whole thing?
To be honest with you, I believed Shelly when she said that her and Ace like definitely like met outside of the club once. But from what it seemed like, it didn't really seem like they really knew much of each other like before that. I guess it was just that one interaction, probably sliding in the DMs once again, that goes down in the DMs, but I don't think they were like dating.
So it didn't feel like they were playing a game.
No.
And can you clarify, like, because I think maybe it was like Jeremiah or Ace or someone said this on In Press, like a bunch of you kind of low key knew each other from social media. Is that fair to say?
So it's so funny because I knew of Shadi before going into the villa. We worked with the same photographer before, so he would always post their content, and I'm like, oh wait, like I would hype her up. She's a gorgeous woman. So going into the villa, keep in mind, me and her have never hung out before. I was like, are you Slim Thin? Like, girl, I know you. Like, we follow each other. So we knew of each other. And yeah, it wasn't like.
Okay. So she was the only person you knew of.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Okay. There was a lot of speculation. Can you confirm? Is Ace actually 5'10"?
Man, I'm really bad with height.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
So he was taller than you,
Yes, he was taller than me.
but shorter than Huda?
No.
Wait, how tall?
Wait,
How tall
Huda's
is
5'2".
Wait, she is?
Yeah.
Online it says Huda is 5'9".
No, she is
Oh
not.
my-
She is nowhere near 5'9".
Okay, so maybe he's like 5'8".
5'8", yeah.
5'8".
5'8".
Okay. Coming in as a bombshell obviously can put women on edge. What was it like? Like, was it hard for you to make friends immediately?
You know, I would have to say the first couple of days were tough a little bit, you know, just coming in as a bombshell, like you said, people could be uneasy with that, or sometimes they already are in a couple. So it's kind of like you're taking away their quote unquote man or boo. So yeah, I remembered like the first couple of nights where I was sleeping, I like cried myself to sleep, and then somebody in the bedroom was like, is someone crying? And I'm like, no, it's just my allergies, bro.
No.
God forbid a girl has allergies. I was like in the bed, like just crying in bed, and then somebody was like, who is doing that? And I'm like, oh, bro, it's just allergies. Waking up with my face all puffy, because I'm just sensitive, like honestly, like, and obviously like after a while it didn't feel like that like anymore, but especially with the argument between Ace and I and how I was probably portrayed, it was just like, damn, man, like I'll just go to my corner and be my own best friend.
Dude, that makes me so sad for you. I wish I could have like hugged you while you're like sniffling. That makes me so sad. I think a big moment, obviously I know you and Huda are in a good place now, but when you first came into the villa, the tensions were high. And were you surprised at all by her reaction with the Jeremiah thing and you at all?
Like surprised in a way. It was like, damn, like she really has strong feelings for him, you know, like, and I would always stand up for myself. So I don't think to be like confrontational or anything like that, but I definitely will hold my own ground. But just seeing how serious they were, I was like, damn, like, okay. You could like, that's yours.
That's yours.
Yeah.
We saw her venting about you to the other girls saying, quote, that bitch is fucking messy. Did you know that?
No.
So after the challenge and you guys like kissing, she talked to the girls and was like, that bitch is fucking messy. Did she ever say anything to you about your situation with Jeremiah or no?
No, not really. I mean, I remember one time we were getting dressed in a dressing room, and this was like day 2 for me. And the girls were just asking me like, who are you going to talk to? So then I like slowly named the guys, and there was like a mic drop moment where I was like, and I'm gonna talk to Jeremiah. And then I just like looked at her straight in her face, because she was like sitting on the floor doing her makeup to like see like what she'll say. And she was like, you could talk to him, you could explore him. So man, I like messy, baby, we cleaned up that mess. Where's the broom? The broom was in the corner waiting for me.
I think a lot of people thought, like, especially online, because we're not in the rooms with you guys, thought like, wow, Huda is intimidating. Like we saw there was a moment with Nick where he was like, I'm so intimidated by you. Like, when you are in Huda's presence, like, is she intimidating? Like, what's the vibe?
Girl, she is the funniest girl I have ever met. Like, the nicest girl. Very motherly, you know? She is a great mommy. So she just has that very nurturing side to her. And I know we did start it off in the rocky place. But, girl, sometimes the great friendships are like, starts from that. And eventually with time, it just was clear that we were really misunderstood, me and her, which made us bond to each other even more. Like like if we just felt like nobody really understood how deep we are with our feelings, so we just bonded off of that, like going on forward.
That makes sense, because I feel like a lot of watching of the villa, like you can tell there's certain people that gravitate towards each other. And I agree. I felt like you and Huda weren't that close in the beginning, but towards the end, you guys, even if we see like a shot of you guys behind whoever they're like filming, you guys are together talking, eating together. Like you guys kind of really got together, but I didn't know why. And that makes a lot of sense, because you guys had kind of similar situations in a way. Sure. Okay, we have to talk about another one of the biggest conversations online was what the fuck went down in the heart rate challenge. Amaya, everyone is like, did Huda take it too far? None of us were there. We couldn't see the angle. Do you think she took it too far with Ace?
I mean, listen, whenever we do challenges, we just really go all in. Like, we don't have a TV. We don't have our phones. This is our entertainment. Like, we're like, okay, we're in an amusement park. Let's just go for the ride. So, seriously. And listen, one thing about my girl is she's a great dancer. She knows how to, when she shakes that booty, it's an earthquake following through. So, I believe that she really just had fun and lost in the moment, like lost in the sauce. Like she's just having fun.
Yeah. She's twerking. It's all going down.
I definitely don't think like she should have been like attacked or.
Because I think
it's just a challenge. It's just a challenge.
It's just a challenge until is it not a challenge? What's happening? I think what happened, because you guys don't get to see the edits that we watch, was like she got on top of him. And then basically why there was this conspiracy theory was we see her flip around, her ass is in his face, and then the next shot it's cut and she's like getting up. So everyone is convinced that she put her ass in his face.
Dude,
can you confirm or deny?
My mouth was to the floor watching the whole performance. I was also mesmerized by the booty. I was like, damn, there's a lot going on. I think it was definitely like face down, ass up, jiggly, like.
Do you think Shelly was in the right for being upset, or was it taken too far?
I would have to say I kind of a little like get Shuddy's point in the way, like, okay, I guess you guys are having the strongest connection currently. But since you guys aren't officially closed off yet, then it's like fair game.
Facts. Okay, I need to know, back to when I had asked you earlier, did you guys get to take shots? Is there music playing in this heart rate challenge, or is it dead fucking silent?
We listened to the same song for like, I think 2 to 3 times.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, can you play it for me and like sing it?
Girl, it was Nicki Minaj, Starships.
No.
Yeah, let's shut this down.
Okay, wait, at least it's Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
I thought it was about to be fucking elevator music.
Oh, no. Oh my God, that would have been so, that would have been so funny. I think I would have not been able to take it serious.
It's like do 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 do, and you're like shake that ass. Okay, that makes me feel better that it's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Like at least that's like kind of a fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, after the heart rate challenge, it felt like a lot of the women's relationships kind of turned in the villa because things got really contentious. Like, did you feel the change in the villa with the women after that challenge?
I definitely did feel like there was tension, especially after the whole Hella situation. Like it was tense for a couple days.
Can I ask, like, did you feel like the villa was cliquey? Like, were there specific cliques?
I feel like we tried our best to interact with everybody, but I definitely would have to say like there's people who gravitated to each other more, just like the way I gravitated to Huda, like naturally,
Before Huda, and like who else do you think you were closest with?
I would have to say, me and Alandria have a great friendship. I remember like when the whole Ace Babe situation happened, I really did isolate myself. I was spending the whole day like crying. And she was really one of the main girls, just consoling in me and also making sure that my feelings are validated and I wasn't being like too much, you know? So I would definitely say her.
Yeah, I feel like Alondria like was so good at having really like calm, thoughtful conversations with the girls, and she was kind of sometimes like a grounding force where she would show up for someone even if she wasn't as close with them.
Yes.
Like obviously she like was ride or die for Shelly and they were best friends, which is beautiful, but like she did put herself out there in moments because when she saw a girl was kind of down bad.
Yes.
AKA you in that moment.
100%.
Okay, you came in with Hannah and the other girls ultimately sent her home during one of the voting sessions.
Yeah.
I know you weren't in those conversations because you were also up on the chopping block.
Yeah.
But why do you think, looking back, they made that decision?
Oh, man, that was a really tough night. And everybody knows, like, Hannah, my bombshell sister, we both came in together. So it was like, damn, like, it was really insane. But from their point of view, they just wanted... They said that she already formed 2 strong connections before, and that she will like get sometimes tunnel vision like with the guy that she's currently in the couple with, and in regards to like not being as open. So they said that they wanted to keep me so I could have the opportunity to still possibly find my connection, which thank God I did. And with Iris, they said that they kept Iris because she just started to get to know TJ or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. Do you, I think
was it TJ or
I think it was
Jeremiah? It was one of the
one
guys.
of them at that point. Yeah. But like, what do you think about that? Because I think this season, was the first season that people were kind of being like penalized for having strong connections.
Yeah.
And then people were like, voting people off that had strong connections, which I thought was the whole point of the show. But then the minute people had strong connections, people were like, okay, well then you're done. Get off the island. Like, it kind of was confusing. Like, did you guys have conversations more in depth that maybe we didn't see about like the way you guys were going to approach it?
So when it came down to every elimination, like everybody had a different standpoints in regards to how they want to go about it. They said that it relays more on the people who are standing up there and what's going on with that. But we all did discuss that if no one's officially closed off, we should be open. And if like that's not a conversation that was brought up, they would just, we all just agreed to staying open until anyone is officially closed off.
Okay, so I see. So it's like if you're not closed off, but you're acting closed off, then what's going on here?
Yes.
Because it's like then close off. So we're like, wow, you guys are in a relationship. This is beautiful. But if you're saying you're still open, but you're not actually talking to people, then what's the deal?
Yeah, that's exactly the whole point.
Okay.
Because then it gets messy, it gets weird because then you guys are acting closed off. So if a girl was to approach the guy that you're currently in a couple with, it will start some whole drama for you. Get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, out of the guys in the villa, who would you say was your closest friend?
Me and Nick didn't really talk to each other at the beginning as much, but towards the end, Nicolata really became my brother. Like, he is such my brother. Like,
have you seen the rumor that he wore a wig the whole season?
Goodbye. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Yo, what?
There is like a shot.
That is hilarious. I need to tell him this. This is hilarious.
There is like a shot of the girls' dressing room. And in front of one of the girls, you kind of see this like curly little bundle. And it looks kind of like Nick's head. And everyone's like, was that motherfucker putting a wig on this entire fucking season? I mean, There's no way.
There's no baby. I'm gonna double verify tonight. I'm gonna put like tuck on his hair,
Nikki.
But no, he just has good curls.
Okay, that's so good. Okay, let's talk about your next connection, Austin.
Yes.
Okay, can you describe your time with him in 3 words?
Man, explosive. I would definitely say ecstatic, and then towards the end, surprising.
I fucking love you. Okay, you guys were coupled up right before Casa more.
Yeah.
Going into Casa, like, how much was Austin on your mind once you started exploring things with Zach?
So literally before I left to Casa Amor, me and Austin had a slight conversation of him wanting to take things slow and in a slower pace. And baby, we were already moving slow. No, like seriously, we wouldn't kiss outside of the challenges. We weren't really cuddling with each other. Every conversation we had was very just meaningful. So I'm like, moving slow. Babe, we're already in turtle speed. Like this is gonna take up I was just confused. So with him saying that to me, going into Casa Amor, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to just be open, you know?
You get into Casa Amor. Why do you think Zach ended up choosing you over Alondria at the Casa recoupling?
So during that time, from what he explained to me, he felt like we have more of a romantic connection. And in regards to him being with Olandria, he felt like it was more platonic. So that's what he told me.
Okay. Olandria was given a chance to stay in the villa by recoupling with Nick. How did you feel about the connection? Did you feel like it was genuine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Especially with how they were in the villa prior to that, I feel like they definitely already had that friendship connection to begin with. So and then moving on forward, I know there's him and her had smooches. So I'm like, okay, like I definitely love them together as a couple.
Okay, we need to talk about the Standing on Business challenge. Hidden Valley Ranch now comes in a new easy squeeze bottle. The same ranch you love, just in a new, easier to use bottle. New look, same great flavor. Hidden Valley Ranch is the original ranch, the brand that created ranch in 1954. Recently, Hidden Valley Ranch changed its packaging, moving from the original paddle bottle to new easy squeeze bottle. The new bottle offers a lot of benefits, including making it easier to just get the right amount of ranch out without making a mess and helping you get out every drop. Hidden Valley Ranch is America's #1 ranch. Visit walmart.com/Hidden Valley for a new easy squeeze bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch today. Hidden Valley Ranch, only serious about flavor. Okay, we need to talk about the Standing on Business challenge. Girl.
Sensitive gangster might come out. Hold on.
She's about to start crying again. I'm going to fucking cry for you. When you walked up to your mailbox, what were you expecting to see on your end?
I mean, I just really did. I was hoping that people would just be honest with me prior to that, because there was a lot of things I found out that night about how people felt that never once said it to my face. So with me, I'm not like that. I usually just say things to people how I feel. I don't wait for a challenge to do so. But I was preparing myself for the worst because of how things rolled out, especially in the first days.
Ace, Austin, and Zach all ganged up on you in this moment. And as a viewer, it was like,
dude,
Amaya, it was so uncomfortable and upsetting to watch, especially just like as a woman, like woman to woman. I was like, somebody fucking go save this girl. How did it feel in that moment standing up there alone?
Oh my God. And plus, people were already not necessarily complaining, but just say I cry too much. So it's like, damn, how can I not cry right now? It was a really, really tough moment for me, to be honest with you. Like to just be on that podium and having nobody but myself at that moment. I'm like, you know what? I just really, it's on my plate. So I'm going to eat up and digest the food. And guess what? Thank you for spilling the tea on how it really feels. But it really did. I was blacking out. Like,
yeah, I can imagine like completely just dissociating in that moment because you're like, just stand here, try not to cry, try not to cry. Okay, I'm crying, try to hold it together, try to hold it together.
Yes.
Have you ever experienced anything like that situation in your real life ever?
To be honest, no. Cause like, once again, like I'm able to walk away and like block someone when I feel like the conversation is just leading to something horrible.
Right.
But at that moment, I really just needed to embrace it and just stand on business, you know? And on top of that, I had no idea Zach felt that way. And that was the person I was currently in the couple with. So out of everybody, I was like, okay, at least I have somebody to stand up for me. But it was not him at all.
Okay, during the challenge, yes, the guys were basically accusing you of coming on too strong and being too much too soon. To have 3 men all be collectively saying that to you, like, why do you think all of them were that triggered by you?
I mean, my father loves to say that a strong, confident woman, especially a woman who's in touch with her emotions, would intimidate the cowards and people who are not vulnerable and open like that. So it's just more like, I never understood the coming off too strong part because I never groped anybody. I swear that I started to get so scared of how I felt like I was walking on eggshells. If I looked at somebody for too long, it was just like, yeah, bro, she wants to get married with me the next day. Like, we never spoke about marriage or kids talk. I never groped anybody. Like, they just really started to make me feel like I was just doing too much.
Right. So you're like, I'm not even gonna make eye contact with you.
Right.
Like,
Can I make eye contact with anybody? Or like me, my pinky toe touching their pinky toe is sex to them. And like, keep in mind, guys, we're on Love Island. We're supposed to be, I thought this was a kiss and dating show. And I can't even have my shoulder touching you now, bro. Like, seriously.
It's so facts. I was like, what is going on?
Like, I thought I was going crazy. I'm like,
yeah.
Did I not know what I signed up for? Like, I know I'm a very open sexual girl and love her smooches, but nobody wanted smooches there with anybody.
I will say I lost so much respect for all 3 of those men in that moment too, because I think there's one moment, yes, to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
But when you start to gang up on someone who is just standing there and getting it from every angle, like, read the room. Guess what? You're going to be on this island for a long time. You can have this conversation privately, but to publicly try to embarrass you, it just was so inappropriate. Throughout the season, you stood up for other women, but no one stood up for you in that moment.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if it was just more of them letting the conversation just be done and be finished. But yeah, it was just like me, particularly, especially like me, like at that moment. But I remember when I walked off, Hala and another islander, I think it was Sierra. Yeah, they came in to comfort me for a little bit. But no, it was my voice against 3 guys. And baby, this voice was loud, okay?
What do you wish someone of the girls just would have said?
All right, guys, like, take it easy. Like, calm down. Just calm down. It was really tough. But I'm telling you, like, out of this whole experience, my skin is so thicker now. Thicker than raw beef, okay? Like, or just burnt beef. Like, this skin is tough now, baby.
Wait, Amaya, if you actually, like, now thinking back, like, why do you think no one stood up for you?
Maybe they felt the same way, or maybe they just didn't want to get involved. Probably, I think that's what it was. They didn't want to probably get involved in the crossfire that was happening. But though I was taking the bullets like boom, boom, baby, I was KO. I had to walk away. I was game on. I was like, what the fuck? What the fucky is going on?
Had roles been reversed and you were sitting and one of your girls was up there literally like verbally getting the shit beaten out of her, what would you have said?
They would have heard me from across the room. I would have been like, Actually, no, I have a question. Like, you're not going to be speaking to anybody like that, especially not one of my girls.
Okay, you mentioned, and let's get to it, someone did stand up for you and speak up for you in that moment. Mr. Brian, how did that change the way that you saw him?
I mean, like, initially, I always thought he was very cute, very, very handsome. But just hearing his voice, because I thought it was just like arguments and people just attacking me. And to the point where one moment I put my head down and wasn't looking up. And then I heard him say, wait, hold on. And I looked up and I was like, my eyes just glowed, and I really did feel like he was my knight in armor that night, like just saving me. And after that, I did a double take, baby girl. I was like, what? Brian, you know what? I need to talk to you. Come over here.
You're like, Brian, I bet if I kind of grazed toes with you, you would be turned on, okay? And you wouldn't think I'm trying to fuck you, though. We could have a nice conversation. Right. Because you're a grown-ass man. Okay, what made you realize after like initial attraction and loving that he stood up for you, what made you realize you wanted to be in a couple with Brian?
So after the conversations just kept on being so flowy, and I felt like I was being my complete self around him without feeling tamed and without feeling like my wings are being clipped off. Like, it really just felt so natural. And I also felt like we had a lot of things in common. We come from the same background. So he like really do understands me in a different way, you know? So yeah, it really started off like from that.
Okay, how did the night in the Hideaway help strengthen your connection, honey?
Oh, baby girl, it was steamy, all right? We were sweating. Like, it really was a great feeling to just have that private and intimate moment because, like, back in the villa, yes, you're able to have private conversations, but there's still people around. And, like, that just forced us to really be just us two. And, like, if we didn't want to conversate with each other, we have somebody else to conversate with. But now it was like, no, we actually do want to talk to each other. Like, we love talking to each other and being next to each other. And the next morning, before like heading back, I remember just sitting down by the jacuzzi with him, and we were just quiet. Like, it was beauty in the silence. Like, I really did feel like I found my best friend where I could yap away, or where we're having our quiet moments. It's like one of the best quality times with him.
That makes me so happy for you because I relate to you, and like, I'm a yapper too.
Yeah.
I love talking and I could talk forever, but when you find someone that you can be so comfortable with that silence isn't awkward and you can just be still and yourself, that's a huge sign of like progress in a relationship, that you don't have to do the small talk. Okay, I have to ask, did he end up eating the kitty in the Hideaway?
Eat that kitty in the Hideaway. I said, eat that kitty. Well, he definitely took some advice. We had a great night.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Did you feel like your physical chemistry was there?
Oh, 100%.
Love that for you. Okay. How often, aside from now the Hideaway, like how often were people actually like hooking up and fucking in the main room?
Dude, well, I don't know if it's like you guys caught on, but we did have a code word, journey. And it kind of traumatizes me now. Like, when somebody outside be like, oh, a journey, I'm like, how dare you? Clutching my pearls. But like, if we had a code name, but people were having journey, so for sure.
And was it at all ever like awkward while you're all trying to go to bed and you're hearing like smacking noises?
Like, dude, I'm like, can I sleep? We already don't get enough rest around here. But you know what's like, as you should, baby girl.
Do you guys have sound machines or like earplugs?
The earplugs were not plugging. Like, listen, seriously, those were low quality earplugs because we were so able to like hear things. And I'm like, dude, okay. Especially if there's a couple right next to you.
I'm fucking dying. One of the biggest major turning points of the season that I think the internet truly felt, so I want to hear your take on it, was when America voted you as the most genuine and most trustworthy Islander.
Yeah.
As viewers, we felt like we watched everyone almost shift and kind of treat you really differently, Amaya, like after that moment. Did you feel the shift?
I felt the shift a little bit for sure. I mean, it was just like, okay, now you want to talk to me? Like,
Period.
you know, your girl be clocking it. We didn't have no watches over there, but baby, I clocked certain tea. And it's like, don't talk to me now. I'm okay. School over. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Like, I feel like one of the things that was actually infuriating me personally was like seeing Zach literally tell you that he was basically like disturbed that you tried to kiss him.
Dude.
And then he's trying to climb up on that fucking daybed with you, being like,
Dude.
honey.
Girl, I was so confused. Somebody find me a map because I'm lost. Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, no, seriously. I was confused. He's a grown man. He couldn't tell me no. He kissed me. We were kissing back in Casa Amor. That's why it was, like, uncomfortable. Like, what?
Right,
That's
you're
a
like-
strong word.
You literally came at me at the fire pit during the challenge. You're saying how uncomfortable you are around me. You don't want to be with me. You don't like me.
Yes.
And then America is like, by the way, motherfuckers, let us remind you who the fuck is the favorite since none of you know.
yeah.
We put you at number one and everyone, you see Ace's face and he literally is like,
Ha ha. Ha.
and everyone is like, oh my God, Ace and Zach specifically, it was like, let's watch you two
Dude.
try to figure out how to rearrange this narrative in your head. And let's see. And I was praying to fucking God you saw through Zach's bullshit.
Oh, I saw, girl.
Okay, good.
I don't have 20/20 vision, but I have 20/20 vision at that moment, okay? It was like, dude, why are you trying to talk to me now? And then also, I feel like when the guys were, like, ranking me, it definitely was just projection. Like, they didn't have I'm like, name the reason. Like, name an example. No examples were being able to made. Like,
That's so interesting.
yeah, it was just projection.
You don't need to name names, but like, did you feel some of the women also kind of be a little bit nicer?
Some. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to throw shade, but
Yeah.
we don't even need you to name it because as viewers, we clocked it. And I was like, Amaya, you better fucking stand on business now and remember who the fuck you are.
Period.
But I will say, I think, again, why America fell in love with you, Amaya, is because you can tell how genuine you are. The fact that you didn't tell that fucking Zach ass to be like, babe, we're done. Like, I
Yeah.
know what game you're playing. You were still sweet to him. You
Yeah.
still even fucking apologized to him.
apologized.
I was gonna be like, Amaya,
Girl.
no.
No.
You apologized to him.
Dude.
And Ace, I was like, girl, I have to just give you your flowers for a second, but also remind women, like, I think sometimes we are the first people to apologize in moments because we want to make situations just feel like, let's just appease people and let's make
Yeah.
it easy and let's not make it awkward. But it's like, why did you speak to both of them that way?
Yeah.
Because they were disrespectful and
Thank
pushed
you.
you to the point
Thank
that
you.
you then had to go back and defend yourself.
Yes.
And then you're being made the one that feels like you have to apologize first.
Yeah.
Bitch, fucking no.
Girl.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Seriously.
Another huge moment. There were so many fucking huge moments. I love how people are like, I don't know about this season. Like, how many big fucking moments? We can't even get through enough. And I still have so much more to talk to you about. Okay. A huge moment this season was when Sierra abruptly left the villa.
yeah.
Can you talk to me just from your perspective as an Islander, what went down?
Dude, literally, we all started the morning together, and then out of nowhere, she did disappear, and we all were just asking where was Ciara. I remember asking, I was like, "Do you guys know where Ciara went?" And then same thing with Nick. I was like, "Nick, like, where's Ciara?" We all genuinely did not know, so we did not get the chance to say goodbye. We weren't able to see her pack her bags. It literally just happened in the flash of an eye. It felt like very unreal, like in a way. Like, what is going on?
Where were you guys when she clearly went and packed her bags?
We were all in the villa. Like, we literally were all just hanging out.
You were like outside?
Outside.
Okay.
And she was gone. Like, literally gone.
Now knowing, I have to ask, like, why she left, how do you feel about it?
I definitely do think words matter and everyone should be respected, you know? So, like, I just hope that, like, she learns from her consequences, which, you know, she is a grown woman. So, like, hopefully moving on forward, it's just like, we this should not be repeated, you know?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario and you tell me the first islander that comes to mind. Okay, who gave the best advice?
Best advice, first islander. I would say Olandria.
Okay, which islander crashed out the hardest?
Besides myself, hello.
Who was the fakest?
Ooh, a fakest. Man, Austin, Boston, because listen, where did this information come from, Austin? Shit.
Which guy was the best kisser?
Ooh, Brian.
Whose clothes did you steal the most?
Ciara's.
Which couple had the most sex in the group room?
Oh my God. Damn. Okay, wait. Helen and Jeremiah when they were together. Ha. Dude.
Whose elimination made you the saddest?
Oh my God, Charlie.
Which couple has the best chance of making it in the outside world besides you and Brian?
I would have to say Olandria and Nick.
Really?
Yeah. Because Iris and Pepe, I don't know, I like nothing against like their relationship. I love them together, but Olandria and Nick families spoke about cookouts already and inviting each other's over to their household. So I really do think that they're going to be a good couple.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Daddy Gang. You know that feeling of finding an amazing hole-in-the-wall restaurant when you're traveling to a foreign city? There is truly nothing better than having the best meal of your life surrounded by locals where nobody knows you're a tourist. Well, with Tinder's help, you can have more moments like that and get a true taste of the local life. Tinder's passport mode can be the best travel companion when you're looking for a local tour guide in any city in the world. Try Tinder Passport globally to connect locally during your travels or even before you start packing, all while making traveling to a new place feel easier. With Tinder's help, add more plans to your itinerary by matching with a local and setting a date to see the city through their eyes. Passport mode is also a great way to help immerse yourself deeper into the culture and have more authentic experiences while traveling. With Passport mode, there's so much to discover. Explore all of the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today. Okay, we're going to play a game. What is the weirdest place you've ever had sex?
CVS pharmacy. At the bathroom. In the bathroom, not in public. Not in public, but it was in the bathroom.
What was going on?
We made sure that we didn't touch anything. Like, I touched the wall because I needed to stabilize myself. But we made sure that it was clean, okay? Literally, we went to CVS. I needed to buy some candy. And then we had one smooch. And then he was like, do you want to go to the bathroom? I'm like, okay. I guess it was exciting. It made it more exciting.
A CVS buck. We love that.
Santa Claus, please bring me Christmas presents. I promise I wasn't that naughty.
Okay, what is the most unhinged thing you have ever done after a breakup?
Unhinged means like
you went a little crazy.
Dude. Fuck. There's a lot of moments. Let me think. Brain loading. Oh, I think I called my ex-boyfriend's mom, and I'm like, "What is son raised? How dare you raise a son like this?" And I'm
That's
like,
so good.
yeah.
When you call the mom,
I called the mom, baby. I usually always get my like boyfriends at the times like mom's phone number, but yeah, I'm like, wait, no, mama, sit down. We have to have a talk, okay? What in the world? Where went wrong? Was there any like childhood like situation that made him like this? Like, what is it?
That's so real. Put it on the mother. It's now your problem to take your fucking son, your bitch ass son back. I'm done with his ass.
Right.
Okay, what is the craziest thing someone's ever asked you to do in bed?
In bed? To suck their toes. Like, ew. Guys, sorry, but ew, I'm never sucking a man's toes. Like, what? First of all, they don't even have that much good of a self-care, usually. And now you want me to suck your toes? Like, are they even washed? And, like, guys, let me show you this moment. I went to Miami, like, 2 years ago, and I was on a jet ski with someone, and I looked down, and he had the longest pinky toenail ever. I swear on my baby sisters, I got scared. I was like, I don't know if he used that as a weapon. Like, if somebody's coming to attack him, he'll like just slice somebody with the pinky toenail. But girl, it was long and strong. And ever since then, I kind of do have a little bit of an ache when it comes down to guys' toes.
Wait, were you hooking up with this man on the jet ski?
We were just on the jet ski, right? And we were supposed to hook up. But when I tell you, I was like, girl, bring me back to shore right now. This is not okay. How the fuck you fit your feet in the sneakers? Seriously, with that long toenail, it was like this. I had so much questions.
Wait, Amaya, when someone asked you to suck their toes, what did you say to them?
Oh, hell no. I'm like, don't ruin the moment right now, my love. Like, everything's going smooth like butter, and now you're going to come here with the kitchen knife and just slice me up. Like, hello, calm down. Relax, my guy.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done during a night of drinking?
Dude, oh my God. Guys, this was when I was like 21. Too much margaritas, just started drinking. Your girl started freestyling rapping on a date. And keep in mind.
Wait, what?
I started to freestyle rap on a date on our way back home. And it was a 1-hour car ride. So it's not like I just did one thing. I was just yapping, talking to myself. And then at first I thought he liked it. But then I go on Twitter and I seen that one, he blocked me on Twitter from seeing a tweet. And then 2, my friend sent it to me and they're like, bro, he just shitted on you. He was like, what would you do if a girl raps the whole entire car ride? And everybody was like, jump out the window. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, you have to give me, from any recollection you have, a little rap. Give me a little something.
Dude, okay, so like.
You're like, we're driving. I'm driving. Ooh,
right.
Ooh, and you're like,
the margaritas is feeling nice. So it was literally like the Fat Joe lean back instrumental.
Yeah, give me it.
It was like, my name is Amaya, a little girl with a big dream, never get down on her knees if you know what I mean.
Meanwhile, this man is like, I'm about to swerve off the road.
Swerve off. But looking back, it was like, okay, I could definitely see like the fake smiles. Like, get me out of this car.
I also could see like it's fun for a couple minutes, but an hour? Like, I'm obsessed with you that you're like, let me give you another one. Hold on. Listen to this shit. This is amazing. Right. He's like, can I turn on the radio? You're like, no, I am the radio.
No,
I'm
seriously.
obsessed with you. Okay, fuck, marry, kill these sex positions.
Okay.
Doggy style, cowgirl, and missionary.
Okay. Marry missionary because eye contact, hello, open eyes. Fuck doggy style, exciting. And kill cowgirl. Baby, my knees be tired. Okay, I don't have the best joints. This is why I do yoga and I stretch it out. But we're trying to improve.
Okay, what is your go-to line if you want to start sexting?
Ooh, I would just be like, time to get wet. For both me and him.
I love how straightforward you are. Okay, what has been your wildest sexual mishap?
Mishap? Like what?
Like you fell off the bed and you got a concussion, like you broke an elbow.
Oh my God.
You fell off, whatever the fuck, like a disaster.
Dude. So I was having sex with one of my ex-boyfriends, and I guess he got too excited that he farted. But like the fart was so bad that I almost threw up. I tried to act like it was like, okay, like obviously it's natural for humans to pass gas. That's good that you're passing gas, bro. We're all for it. But like we had to stop and move to a whole different room. And I'm like, please don't let this fart linger because how to the now was so not it.
Did he acknowledge it?
He was like, yeah, it was like, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm sure that was not me queefing. So it had to come from something else.
Why was it one of those like?
It was like that, like literally short, but very, very impactful. Powerful.
Dude, you know what's so crazy is like I feel like that, as shitty as it is, it's like if it's loud, it's yeah, literally. It's kind of awkward if it's loud, but if it doesn't smell, you're like, okay, that was weird. Pretend it was a queef, keep it moving.
Yes.
If it reeks,
dude, I don't know what he was eating that day, but boy, was it. I survived, baby. I almost suffocated. Okay, I'm a survivor. I'm a gas fart person and the sex survivor.
you're so strong, Amaya. You're so strong.
The battles I face. The battles I face.
Okay, what is your weirdest turn on?
Weirdest turn on? I like. Okay, like you know when you're cuddling with somebody and like I love putting my face in their armpits a little bit. Obviously, if it smells crazy, then I'm going to like be like, oh hell no. But if it's a good smell, you know, like Bobby,
You're in there.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay, have you ever had a threesome?
No.
Would you ever?
Yes, I would, but not now.
Okay.
Not now. I feel like that's more for like 30s, like when like the sex is like to keep things exciting, you know.
30s. We're gonna save it for the 30s.
30s, yeah.
Love that for you. Okay, Amaya, what is your best skill in the bedroom?
Ooh, man. Listen, there's a reason why my jaws snatch, okay? Your girl be stretching the jaw out. And I'm proud. Not everybody gets to see the skill. So, like, if you're able to see the skill, Brian.
Girl, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you. How do you think your life is going to be different now after Love Island? Like, are you going to lean into the fame? Like, what are you thinking?
I definitely do want to engage with my supporters as much as possible. Like, I just want to talk to them and know that, like, my papaya would never change. You get what I'm saying? And I really do want to leave a positive impact on women to know to never settle and to never change who they are. So as long as I keep on sending that message out, whether it's like my mini like get ready with me or vlogs, then for sure. But you know, a goal of mine, like I said earlier, is definitely to get my PhD. So maybe next year your girl will be returning back to school. And for anybody who would want to follow me in that journey, it's more than like I'm open.
Okay, you and Brian. Obviously, we saw you guys. You won Love Island. But now, what do you think this looks like in the real world?
Guys, I'm so excited to be in the real world with him without, like, mics up. And I could just talk to him whenever. And, like, I'm waiting for our truffle pasta date. And I can't wait to meet his family. I know I met some of his family, his Papa Bear, but I need to meet Mommy officially. He needs to come. We're going to be cooking together. There's just so much things that we have planned for us. And I'm just happy to be in this moment with him, right. You know?
Have you guys talked about long distance?
Yes.
Like, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be taking turns seeing each other. And Boston is not far away from me. I actually have cousins and friends out there. So Boston, your girl's coming.
I'm obsessed. You and Brian made history by being the first Hispanic couple to win Love Island.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that mean to you?
Man, it's really, really huge because I'm the first generation to be here in America, first generational nurse, like first time for like my parents literally came from Dominican Republic and like didn't have the best like upbringing. So Latino culture to me is very, very huge. So I mean, it's really, I feel blessed and I feel so much gratitude, you know?
No, I think like for the world and especially right now, this was such an incredible moment in history. Like, I think sometimes people obviously can look at Love Island and be like, oh, it's just a dating show.
Yeah.
But to see you and Brian up on that stage and winning in the world that we're in right now, I think it's probably what a lot of people needed. And for you to be that person to give people that hope and that strength, like, it's truly beautiful and incredible, Maya.
Oh
Seriously.
my gosh. Like hearing this from you is really huge. So thank you
Of course.
so much.
Of
and
course.
we feel so supported and so loved. And I'm glad that I was able to, well, me and Brian were able to be a part of this.
Can I ask you about, just quickly, I know we don't have that much time, but like mental health.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people look at people on shows and we're all obsessed. We're like, we don't like this couple and we like this person. We don't like that person. But can you just kind of talk to me a little bit about what in maybe not as fun moments in the villa, like what did mental health look like in the villa, and like struggles, and just like how did people get through when things were dark,
yeah.
just to like understand for people watching, like this isn't all just fun and games, like we're real
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, like literally we're real people. We have feelings. And I think sometimes like people forget how intense things could be in there. Like when you don't have any interaction with the outside world, you're not able to call your mom and dad and talk to them. Like we're literally just there. But when we have doctors like on like sad, like psych doctors, so whenever we really are having a bad moment, or we feel like the world is like crashing down due to the intensity of emotions, we're able to take a break and talk to the doctors if needed to be. And everybody has their own way with navigating how they deal with their feelings. But one, for me, was just one, loving it out, and two, just going on a dog and feeling that fresh air and like just embracing Mother Nature.
I'm going to do a couple rapid fire last minute questions and then we're ending. Okay. What is your take on BDSM?
Oh, baby, we love that. We love that. Okay.
You do? Love. Okay. How do you feel about Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, it was Zendaya, right? Right?
On
Wait,
Ju-
I think it was Zendaya.
No.
Oh wait, no, he's with
Oh,
Kylie.
wait. Yeah, he's with Kylie.
I'm going crazy. Very cute.
Very cute. What is your most irrational fear?
I would have to say sharks. Like seriously, I sometimes when I'm underwater and my eyes are closed, I have like this big imagination of a shark coming to get me. I don't know why.
So do you go in the ocean a lot?
From knee and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. What is your weirdest reoccurring dream?
Oh my gosh. I would have to say getting chased by naked people. No, seriously, like that's one of my night terrors. Have you ever watched the movie Hereditary?
No.
So there was like a scene there where like she just like, I don't know, I forgot it was a he or she, but somebody just wakes up and like there's a scene of like naked people all around them. And like ever since then, that's like really like irrational fear of mine. I just hope I don't trip and fall.
Holy fucking shit.
No, I swear. Watch when you search it up. You're gonna be like, okay,
I get it.
see what she's talking about.
Okay, fair. If you had a vibrator, if you have a vibrator and you had to name her, what would it be?
Rosa.
Okay, what is a song that will always hype you up?
Ooh, got that only.
What is the weirdest thing you keep in your purse?
I keep. Damn, I have a lot of weird things in my purse. Backup heels. Because I went out one day in NYC and like a purse as in like a tote bag. And then my heel literally broke. So then ever since then, I was like, no, we need to bring backup heels. Because girl, we're not ever going to be limping like that again. Yep.
Do you ever wear flats?
I wear flats sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your dream threesome?
Let me see. Kim Kardashian.
Oh, that's good.
She is hot as fuck.
What message do you hope viewers take away from your time on the show overall?
To just really stay true to who you are. Never change for yourself. Even when people are making you feel like, okay, what's going on with me? What's wrong? There's never nothing wrong with you, baby. Like, shine. And if you're bright as too light, guess what? Put some motherfucking shades on, bitch. Like, let your sun bright and illuminate.
You obviously have gone viral for the songs that you love to make up when you're alone. Can you sing us a little something to close out your Call Her Daddy interview today? Give us a little like Call Her Daddy, Amaya. I'm going to close my eyes and just vibe.
Okay. Call Her Daddy is on the show with Alex Cooper. We are here to glow. Call Her Daddy, you know what it is. Hey, let's get to the biz.
Honey, you're about to get a record deal. No, Amaya, like, truly, thank you so much for coming on. I feel like it is such a pleasure to sit down with you. You were such a bright energy in the villa, but to get to know you today, you're so funny. You're so charismatic. You're so loving. And I'm so happy that America made the right person famous.
Oh
Seriously.
my God, Alex, thank you so much. And like, girl, I love listening to all your podcasts. So once I got the news, I was like, there's no way. Like, Alex. So this was a huge, huge moment for me. Thank you so much. And you're beautiful inside and out.
I love you. I love you. Amaya, Call Her Daddy. We did it.
Yay!
Love you.